Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hustlers, makers, and content creators, welcome to the only stream on the internet dedicated to helping you make content on your phone and be a mobile YouTuber. And if that sounds something like you're interested in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, followed by the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Now, before I get started, I do want to thank the fine folks at TubeBuddy for sponsoring the stream and making this all possible. If you do not know what TubeBuddy is and you do not have it, TubeBuddy is the #1 growth plugin and app for YouTubers. I'm going to put a link in the description below for that. I highly recommend you check it out. All right, let me jump into the chat and see what is going on. I see the mods are all here. I see Josephine is all here. Launchpad Astronomy, how's it going? Foul Fish, Stanley Orchard. Stanley, I was waiting to get started until you came, so I was just kind of like, everything was on hold until you got here. Viper is in the house. What is going on, Viper? Nice to see you in here. Doing it with Jason. Cricket, wow, the gang is all here. Pam, Doothy, Beanie Draws, Trader Fundamentals. Dan, how's it going, brother? Midnight Madness, 4x4. Look at this, they're all rolling in. What is going on? Ron's Trains and Things. So happy to see you guys. Wow, so today we are hanging out because that's what you do on Sunday. Apparently somebody once told me you hang out on Sunday, so that's what we're doing. And we're gonna do some Q&A. So if you have questions about creating content with your phone or being a mobile YouTuber, or you just have questions about anything really, we're going to get to those. So just sit tight there. We're going to get to all of that stuff. I think I've got everybody modded who needs to be a mod, I believe. If I'm missing somebody who's not part of the normal Nimminati crew, you guys go ahead and let me know. Yeah, you guys are coming in here. This is fantastic. Thanks so much for coming in. I know, look, time is your most valuable asset, and you're choosing to come in here and hang out right now, and I do appreciate that. If by any chance you find this stream valuable or entertaining, go ahead and give it a thumbs up or share it out with someone you know. I would appreciate that. Okay, so let's jump back into the chat. Do you guys have any questions? Do you want to talk about any of the new phones coming out? I know Viper's in here, the captain of Team Apple. I mean, surely he's got questions about Apple stuff. What is going on? CP Tech Plus, what is going on? All right. We're also going to pull up some channels, and we're going to see if you are optimized for mobile. So if anybody has some channels, you want me to pull them up, we're going to look at your header, we're going to look at your thumbnails, we're going to see if your font is easy to read on a mobile device and whatnot. Let's see. Hybrid Steel says, D, does Streamlabs have a green screen mode? I couldn't find it. Hybrid, I'll be honest with you, man, I don't green screen, so I don't know the answer to that. I've never actually looked for it. But if I come across it, I will let you know. Melanie, how's it going? Your Majesty XX. D, handling business. What's going on, Viper? Man, I'm so happy to see you in here. RPM Nexus. What is going on here? Not a lot of churches where D lives. That's right. We only have a couple of churches here in Thailand. I think in the city that I live, we have over 300 Buddhist temples just in the city that I live, in the surrounding areas. 300 of them. It's insane. And we have monks everywhere walking around. It's a pretty cool thing to see, actually. Vertical spread options, trading, my first time on. Techless Shah, how's it going? Which is your mic? This is the Rode Procaster. Hope it sounds all right for you guys. Uncle Dan's, I'm not going to say the last one. Do you have a channel art template that has a profile circle on it? I do not, but I do have a video where I walk you through, I think, 2 different apps, one with Canva and one with PixArt, where I give you a template down in the description. I think I give you like 1 or 2 different downloads for that, so you can build your channel art around that, but it does not have the profile circle on it. Just Shannon Vlogs, how's it going? Nice for you to make it in here. Let's see here. Yeah, so man, this thing's moving fast. I need to slow this chat down. So when I'm doing the stream in here with Nick on Saturday, he does most of the talking, so I can kind of come in here and like handle all of this stuff. And now I'm kind of like, you know, I'm doing it myself, and it's there's a lot going on. Okay, John Feely says, D, how do you create a quality banner on your phone? Again, I have 2 videos on that, one with PixArt, one with Canva. Mods, if one of you can drop a link to either one of those where I walk them through how to do a channel banner or a channel header using their phone. It's actually pretty easy. It gets kind of clumsy with all the pinching in and zooming out because the template is so big, but you have to build it on top of the template that I provide you in the description. Otherwise, it's going to be too small and it's not going to fit. Thanks, Doug. Appreciate it. All right. Yeah, so I'm curious. How many of you are mobile YouTubers? If you're a mobile YouTuber, give me a hashtag mobile YouTuber and let me know who is making what on their phone. I'm really curious to see which one of you are actually making everything on their phone. Now, if you're just using your phone as a camera, that counts too. So if you're using your phone in any part of the process, hashtag mobile YouTuber. There you go. Mr. Cactus, Basketball Pro, Josephine. Nope, you're not. Mooner TV, SP Tech Plus, Melanie Superstar. Look at that. They're all coming in. Yeah, Creator Fundamentals. That's right, Dan. Everybody's a mobile YouTuber every now and then. Wow, look at this. Midnight Madness 4x4, mobile YouTuber. He uses his phone as a backup camera. That is a really important thing. You know, like if you're out somewhere and you've got your main camera and your batteries go dead or your SD card gets full or anything happens, you always have your phone as a backup. So yeah, if you always carry your phone. It's a great phone and like a little microphone. I always have like either a little lapel microphone or I've got one of these little jobs, little Rode. I think this is a micro me. I'm not sure which one it is. I'm horrible with names with this stuff, but I always keep this stuff in my backpack. Look at all that. Mobile YouTubers, mobile YouTubers, mobile YouTubers. Man, that's fantastic. It's a Rode Video Micro. Thanks, Vigard. Yeah. So, Fantastic Joe, apps that rule, man. It's nice seeing you here under that name. I subscribed to your channel just maybe 5 minutes before I went live here. So I'm really interested in seeing how you grow that out, and hopefully we can do something together down the road on that. That's going to be pretty cool. Wow, a lot of mobile YouTubers in here. Man, that's fantastic. So I'm curious, as a mobile YouTuber, or as a mobile content creator, well, you know, let's just focus on mobile YouTubers first. What hurdles are you finding? Hey, Brioni, how's it going? Thank you for coming in here. What hurdles are you finding as a mobile content creator, as a mobile YouTuber? Where's your bottlenecks? What are you finding that's slowing you down or stopping you from creating more content or better content? Let's get this out here. Let's talk about that, and let's see if we can figure out how to solve those problems for you. Uncle Dan, nobody believes me when I tell them I handle, oops, I just lost it, when I handle my entire channel with your phone. You know, a lot of people handle their entire channels on their phone, and I think it's fantastic. I think people underestimate just how powerful a phone is. Look, if you're not creating on your phone and you're just using it as a phone or like to look at Instagram or Facebook, and you're not really digging to the apps and you're not really like paying attention to what you can do on your phone, yeah, then you might think that it can't be done, but you absolutely can do it. 1TZ Ghosts, your tips help so much, hit 100 subs in 1 week. That's not for me. That's all you, brother. But if you got 100 subs and you haven't claimed your custom URL yet, you should go do it. See, my main problem of channel is that my device lags. Your device lags while you're recording, while you're actually recording the video. Are you a gamer? Give me a little bit more information there. Top-notch editing apps. Okay. Top-notch editing apps. If you're on an Android, I recommend KineMaster. I recommend Cyberlink's Power Director. I think those are two fantastic apps. Filmora Go is also a good one. If you're on an iPhone, I also recommend KineMaster. I recommend Adobe Rush. I think it's a little bit expensive, but I think it's a fantastic app. Of course, there's iMovie, which is free. You can't go wrong there. It'll get the job done. But if you really want to go all out with the best editing possible, you're going to get LumaFusion. LumaFusion is not cheap for an app, but it is a fantastic video app. Hey, Alex, how's it going, man? Oh, you use Mobizen on Samsung. Okay, so here's the thing. If you're lagging and you're using a screen recorder, it probably means that you've got the settings up too high. So you might want to go in and lower your bit rate or maybe lower the frames per second that you're trying to record on. Hybrid still says, D, a lot of mobile creators don't optimize their channels for PC users, as in their home pages are always lacking content. Yeah, so here's the thing, man, just to be honest with you guys, if you are only using your phone, if you do not have access to a PC and you're building everything on your phone, you can absolutely do that. But if you can go to an internet cafe or use somebody else's PC or laptop to look at your channel on a PC, to make sure that your header is actually big enough, to make sure that you've laid things out enough. And unfortunately, YouTube does not give mobile creators all the same tools that it gives the creators that are using a browser. That's really unfortunate, and hopefully they're going to fix that in the future. But you guys are getting shorted. There's just no way around it. I saw Geezer Skate Company drop up in here. How's it going, brother? How's it going? Hey, Nim. Hey, Nim, can you do a phone to PC? What is the best way? Okay, I like to plug my phone in. I'm kind of, call me old-fashioned, but I like to plug my phone in, plug it right in, plug it in USB into the PC. But if you don't want to do that, like, for example, if you have a PC, and or I think the same thing happens with an Apple, I think, an iMac, if you try to transfer videos back to your phone, it won't do that unless you use iTunes. But there's an app called VLC Player, and I want to make sure that's the name of it here. Yeah, the app is called VLC Player, and you can download VLC Player, and you can activate the sharing part, the sharing feature in VLC Player, and you can actually go into a browser, type in an address that it gives you, and you can share that file from the PC back to the phone. But if I'm going phone to the PC, I'm going cable, man. I'm going old school. All right, let's see what is going on here. By the way, hey, if you guys are new, if you're new to the channel, if you're new to me, if this is your first time in here, the first time we were meeting, drop a hashtag new. I want to give you a proper Nimminati welcome. I'm not even sure what that is. It's probably like a bear hug and a noogie or something like that. So drop a hashtag new if you are brand new to the channel. Midnight Madness, yes, I know you are an old fart. Oh, we do have some new ones in here. Basketball Pro, how's it going? Pastel Plays, Vertical Speed Options Trading. That is a long name. Shannon, the queen of the Nimminati mods. Prince Dan, how's it going? Quick, that's right. Cricket, you are... Oh, I just lost you, man. This thing's cruising. I need like a pause. Subscriber 49. You have been here since subscriber 49, man. That is awesome. I seriously appreciate that. Prince Legacy. Let's see. It's Deepak, old. GB Gunner TV, first time here, live. Fair Gaming, old. Ilsing, not we. Stacy Morgan, new. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Vigard, old creep. I love it, man. Yeah, so everybody who is new here, welcome. This is my channel, as you're probably finding out right now. It's about how to do things with your phone, how to be a mobile content creator, how to be a mobile YouTuber. Shannon Vlogs, you can set the chat to slow mode. If I'm not mistaken, when you set it to slow mode, that just makes it so people can post less. If I'm incorrect on that, please correct me, because I've set it to that before, and it just says how many seconds do you want to set it before somebody can keep reposting. So if I set it for 10 seconds, then you can only post every 10 seconds. That is correct. Yeah, that's what I thought. I wish it would actually slow down. That'd be fantastic. Yeah, it's a time limit. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's correct, but it would help. Technically, it makes it slower, not new. Dude, next time you're in the States, let's... Guy just gave you... Here's the thing, man. My knees and my ankles are shot, so for me, it's pretty much just cruising and carving and an occasional slappy if I can find a good curb. And my knees are toast, so I'm not... You know, if I end up going to the skate park, man, I'm just cruising around. Okay. Tech Tanny says, bro, what should I do if I get 4 to 5 views in 4 to 5 hours? All right, let's talk about that. If you're getting 4 or 5 views, first of all, we don't know the size of your channel. I don't know how many subscribers you have. I don't know how many views you're used to getting. I don't know how many months or days or years you've been on YouTube. But here's the thing you need to keep in mind. You need to make titles that are searchable, right? You need to make sure that people can find your titles. You need to make sure people can find your content. If you're just putting like random titles like "had a good day," like, I don't know if you're a gamer, I don't know if you're a vlogger, I don't know what you're doing, but if your titles are not searchable, YouTube is a search engine, right? So if people go into YouTube and they're searching for stuff, if they can't find you, you're not going to be found. And there's a lot of other things too, like, you know, you need authority on the platform, you need a bunch of content on there, you need a lot of videos, and above all else, you just need time. You need patience, and you need to like put in a lot of patience and a lot of time and just wait for your channel to grow. Yeah, exactly. Use Nick's channel to find out how to optimize your channel. That's right. Hybrid, you want to drop a link to my brother's channel in there. So if you want to learn how to optimize your channel, yeah, go follow my brother Nick. He's the one for that. I'm here to help you do stuff on your phone. He's here to teach you how to help your YouTube channel grow and how to optimize everything. Waver Soul, what's a good app for green screen? I don't green screen, man. I keep getting asked this question, and I'm probably going to have to like figure it out, because like that's one of my top requests is how to green screen with an app, and I've never done it. I'm not a green screener. I'm not a gamer. I don't put anything behind me to green screen, so I really don't know. Let's see what's going on here. Post a video. Oh, I lost again. HS Hack Tech says, post a video on multicam video editing on Android. Android people, you're kind of getting a shaft on this one. So on iPhone, there's a fantastic app called Switcher. Switcher allows you to use as many iPhones or tablets as you want, and you can use your tablet or your phone as a switcher. So as I'm switching through these cameras right here, you see these little scenes that are switching. You can do the same thing, but with a tablet or with an iPhone. Unfortunately, I haven't found anything on Android that can do that just yet. Let's see. Stanley says, you can use chroma key in KineMaster. Actually, yeah, you can. I've never used it, so I can't teach somebody how to do it until I actually know how to use it. Let's Geezer Skate Company. D, how many phones do you own? Oh my God. How many? I've got a lot of phones, man. It's kind of like a habit. I've got 2 iPhones. I've got a bunch of tablets, all kinds of different tablets. I've got some Huawei phones. I've got several of the Samsung phones. I've got some HTC phones. I mean, I don't know, maybe 10. I might have 10 phones laying around. But in terms of like phones that I use all the time, I've got 3. And that's going to be my iPhone XS, my iPhone 7, and my Galaxy S9. Those are kind of my everyday phone. Absent Rule says, I think you can choose the latency to slow down the chat. I might be wrong. Yeah, man, I'll have to look into that because I really wish I could slow it down. Cristobal Ramirez, what time is it over there? It is 10:19 p.m. over here in Thailand. Yeah. Being the mobile dude, you need all those. Actually, so here's the thing. I would love to actually have more phones. Like if you follow any of the tech guys or any of the phone guys, you'll see that they get phones like as soon as they're released, right? Like the new XR that comes out, the new HTC, the new Huawei's, the new whatever. They get all of those phones, and a lot of them get them sent to them in advance. Because I'm in Thailand, we don't even get those phones for sale sometimes months and months after they were already released. So if I end up closer to the U.S. or actually back in the U.S. one of these days, I'm definitely going to reach out to a lot of these phone companies and try to get in on like, phone reviews and that sort of thing. But over here in Thailand, I just can't do it. Nobody wants to send stuff over here. Zach Talks Tech in the house. Just got out of the shower. Oh, my eyes. Turn on to Nimmin. It's cool. I just burned that in my head, man. I love it. So happy you can come in. Midnight Madness 4x4 says, so you're just 12 plus hours for me. Yeah, we are GMT plus 7. And it's a total, night and day flip around. So when we fly to the U.S. to a convention or to visit family, we literally have to like flip our schedules around by 12 hours. And then that takes, 3 or 4 days to do it. We're there for a couple days, and we have to come right back and do it again. It can actually be really, really rough. Wave Your Soul 1722. How can I get free gear? What kind of free gear? Ratik Sharma Gaming, D Buddy, do you remember me? I know a couple Ratiks, not sure. Sharma Gaming, yeah, you may have been on the Discord. 14 hours ahead of you in Canada. Yeah, man. Woo. Let's see, man, this thing is moving fast. I'm trying to get to everybody. Hang on here. Josephine, do you ever get headaches from editing on your phone? I asked because editing for me takes at least 3 hours. I've been a video editor for about 20 years. I'm just used to editing. It's just something that I do. I don't get headaches from it, but I do have times where, like, especially, man, if you get that one video where it just takes a long time to edit, and if there's not a timeline on that, like sometimes I'll just like, oh, you know what? I'll just finish this tomorrow. My second, was it my last video? The video where I showed you how to shoot slow motion on your phone, actually. So the normal video I can edit in just a couple of hours. But that video took me several hours over the course of a couple of days because I just didn't want to do it. I had other things going on. My head just wasn't in the right place. I was trying to fix this computer to get everything ready for the streams on the weekend. And it just took a couple of days. But yeah, if you need to take a break, just take a break. That's fine. Freedom Hustler says, years ago, I had a iMobile IQ5 that you bought in Thailand, not the best phone. Yeah, that's the thing, man. If you buy phones here, and a lot of electronics over here are they're called like, gray area items. So you might not be getting like the best quality with everything. Oh, look at that. Brother's in the house. How's it going, little brother? We were just talking to you. No, hybrid, I have not had any YouTube moments, but I did kick the can down the road a little bit. Ross Brand is in the house. Livestream Universe. How's it going? Hashtag Nimminati. That's right. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate all the support that you give. Studio Geek 32. How's it going? Oh, here we go. Hashtag YouTube. Oh, no. There's some things you just can't live down, right? YouTube is one of those things. How do you get stubs? How do you get stubs? I don't know. How do you get subs starting from 0? Look, man, you have to put in the work. You have to just make a video, make the best video that you can, get great titles, great description, great tags, make content that people are actually interested in. Put that first video up. You can go share it out into Facebook groups. You can share it out on Reddit. Be warned, if you're on Reddit, they're either going to love you or they're going to eat you alive. And then you make another video, and then you make another video, and you make another video. The goal is to build momentum. If you're just putting up one video and then you come back a month later and you put up another video, and then you come back 2 weeks later, you put up another video, you're not going to build up momentum. The whole snowball rolling down a hill. That's kind of how YouTube works. You need to get that ball rolling with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos. And as you build that momentum and as you're strategic about the content that you're putting up, your snowball is going to grow and you're going to build that momentum. And over time, you're just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Doug says, drop a wrench on Cricket. We need more Cricket. Where is Cricket? Cricket, say something for me so I can drop a wrench on you. And 1 second here. I hope it doesn't hurt. The wrench is dropped. And you know what, Ross, because you are just so awesome, Ross, I just dropped a wrench on you too, buddy. There you go. Hey, foul fish, what is going on? Uncle Dan, you know what? Sucking up to bigger channels, man, that's just not the way to go. Okay, so here's honest to God truth. Do not go around asking for shout-outs. Do not go around asking for sub. As a new channel, and I know a lot of people are doing this, but do not. Just resist the urge to ask for shout-outs and sub. In fact, a lot of the people here, I know my brother does it and a lot of the other moderators, in your filtered words inside of the Creator Studio, we type in things like sub for sub, S for S, sub for sub. We type in all the variations that we can find in the filter list. Then when somebody types in sub for sub or whatever variation that they type in, that goes to spam. And a lot of people will report that. And if too many people report those and you're considered spamming, you run the risk of losing your channel. And sub for sub's never going to work, because what happens is you get a bunch of people who are interested in the numbers. You subscribe to my channel, I'll subscribe to your channel, but I don't care about your content, so I'm not going to watch your content. So yeah, you might get a sub count, but you're not going to get any views from it. If you don't have any views, you're not going to get any watch time, so you're not actually going to grow. So don't do the sub for sub thing, and do not ask for a shout out. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Freedom Houser says, does it go to spam and live chat also? You know what? I don't know, but I guarantee the mods will flag it. If somebody comes in here talking about subscribe to my channel, sub for sub, that sort of thing, the moderators are going to flag it. I don't know if it will automatically flag it in here or not. Yeah, the mods will remove it, but I don't think it does automatically. Waver Soul says, how do you write scripts? I don't write scripts. I write bullet points. So if I have a video idea, I like a pen and a paper. I know I can do this stuff on a phone, but I prefer a pen and a paper, or a Sharpie. I really like a Sharpie. And I'll just write down bullet points, the most important things that I need to say during a video. And I write them down and I put it on the table and I record in clips. So I look at the bullet point and I say, okay, I'm going to talk about this until I run out of steam. Then I'll stop recording. And then I start the next clip and I talk about that until I run out of steam and I stop recording. And then I put all those clips together and then I make a video. I know a lot of people do write scripts, and there's some sorts of channels that you need a script, but for me, it just didn't work. I tried it my first couple videos, and it was just too stale. It didn't work, and it didn't feel natural. So when I come in on bullet points, and sometimes I just come in and I'll drive around in the day, and I'll get an idea of what I'm going to talk about, and then I come in here, turn on the camera, and I just go. Sometimes I go without bullet points at all, and those videos tend to actually do better because I think it's just more of like a conversational video instead of me trying to get data out. But, you know, that works for me. That might not work for you. Studio Geek 32, thank you. First super chat of the night. What is your streaming setup? How are you using the Rode Pod? It's a Procaster. The Procaster is an XLR. The Podcaster is USB. Okay, so the way this is all set up, this is an XLR microphone. It is running. I think, who's here? Oh, my brother just scared me to death.
Stream bombing.
We just had a stream bomb. I heard somebody opening the door, and I saw him like in the chat a few minutes ago, and I thought, okay, well, there's nobody else that's got a key, so I'm getting swatted. Be careful with that over there. Yeah, raid. We got a burglar. We're going to beat somebody down here on the stream. So this Procaster is going out into I think it's a 12-channel Behringer mixer. And then it's coming out of the mixer board, and it's going USB into a PC, and then that's all being juggled right now through Streamlabs. And I'm doing the switching, like you can see right here, where I'm switching all of this stuff through Elgato Stream Deck. Yeah, we just had a real-life Nimminati raid. Yeah. Oh, you want to talk for a little bit? What are you doing? Here, hold on. I'm going to turn up the mic here.
Yeah, I'll just swing in for...
Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Nimmin.
Yeah, just swing in for commentary every now and then.
I'm going to turn... Okay, there we go.
Yeah, it's all right. No big deal.
I know you're probably sweating. Hold on here. All right, so Nick Nimmin is in the house, and unfortunately, I didn't have it set up for another cam for him, so he's just going to be over here in the dark, dropping commentary.
Yep. So what I am, I'm best as that guy sitting in the dark corner.
Yes, you are.
Me.
That's kind of creepy, but yeah. Extreme Vlog says, are Indians your most viewers? They are not. Indians are currently about 11% of my viewers. At one point, they actually grew to 18% of my viewers, but the past couple of months, they've come down to 11%. So that's kind of gone all over the place. Yeah, Nick is in radio mode.
Yeah, total radio mode there, Ross.
So, does anybody want to have their channel pulled up? Does anybody want to do pull it up on the mobile and see if it's optimized? Look at your headers, look at your thumbnails. If you do, let me know. Let's pull somebody up. Me.
Can we pick them? Can we pick like a random one?
Yeah, we can pick a random one.
Let's see here. Let's do. Do you want to grab Freedom Hustler?
Yeah, let's grab Freedom Hustler.
That's a cool name.
Yep. So hold on one second. Freedom Hustler. I got to pull you up here.
Yeah, Lily, that's the whole reason I came in. I was like, you know what? This is revenge. I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna see if I can derail D here during the live stream.
Yep. So I'm looking at two of them here. One with 3 videos, one with 82 videos. Which one is it? One with a car and one with somebody with looks like a Punisher shirt. Hold on here. Where is Freedom Hustler?
Nick rolled. Love it. Beanie.
Nick rolled.
Yeah, that's good, Beanie.
Yeah. 1 second here. I'm going to find out. Google Chrome.
Rant Jams, not sure what you're talking about.
Freedom Hustler. Okay, gotcha. It is a gaming channel. Okay. We're going to pull you up right here, and we're going to go over to the phone. Okay. So, this is Freedom Hustler. When I pull it up, we're going to look at your header. The Freedom Hustler. Okay, now here I'm gonna nitpick on you because this is on a phone, and I'm having just a little bit of difficulty. I can tell that it says online business. Is that Amazon? Is that Amazon T or Amazon FBA? An affiliate? Okay, it's FBA, affiliate FBA, affiliate marketing. Okay, so that's what you're doing. Everything fits, everything works in there, but I personally would choose a different font for that smaller line of text, something really bold and easy to read, because I had to stop and I had to pay attention to it to try to figure out what it said. And until I got to affiliate marketing, I couldn't tell if that was Amazon T or Amazon FBA. So that's what I would change right out of the gate right there. What do you guys think? You think you keep the font or change the font? Type it out in the chat. Let them know what you think you should do. Moving on down to your thumbnails. Okay, the timestamp is not covering anything. That's good. I like how you're putting yourself in there. You look nice and friendly. Another bald brother.
Woot, woot.
Woot, woot. That's right. Another bald brother. Oh, look at it. See, change font, change font, change font. Pretty much everybody's talking about change font. Nick, what do you think?
Change font.
Change font?
Yeah, change font.
Yeah. And I'm just going to nitpick one more time. So the blue on the top, the blue background, that looks good. The Freedom Hustler, that looks good too. I would maybe darken the blue a little bit to make that white pop out just a little bit more. So, scrolling back through here, I like your thumbnails. Okay, you see,
yeah, we got a lot of hashtag change fonts in here.
Yeah, yeah. So that means that people are having a difficult time reading your font. So here's the thing. You have to look at this stuff on your phone, and you have to give your phone to other people to look at it because you made it, you know what it says. So to you, it's obvious. Well, I know exactly what that says. It makes total sense to me. But you hand this off to a stranger who doesn't know you, right? Like I'm pulling you up for the first time. I've never seen your channel before, and then I have to like figure out. Well, I'm getting these notifications on here, and then I have to figure out like what you're saying. So the one that's on the side here that says free keywords, that's a little difficult for me to read as well. Okay, popular uploads, the Shopify drop shipping, that works. You could roll with that. If it were mine, I would probably make that a little bolder, a little easier to read. All right, like you see your 1+ right here. You see how easy it is to read 1+5? Like that's the sort of thing that I would be doing for all of your thumbnails. I would make it super easy to read, just like you have on your 1+ right here. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I'm actually sending you an email right now.
Oh,
yeah, I'm just sending you like a screenshot really quick. So I'll be back on that right here in just 1 second.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, and it also seems like you're kind of mixing your fonts up a bit. What I would do is I would try to pick one font, pick one that's really easy to read, and I would run with that. I would make sure, like, look, you've got yourself in here, and some of these are, they're travel, some of them are for Instagram. So your content's a little bit all over the place, but you don't have like a consistent look across your thumbnail. So I would work on that. So when somebody comes across your thumbnail, they know that's your thumbnail. They know, oh, I know that thumbnail. That's his. So yeah, I mean,
that's so important.
That's so important. Just a little bit of tweaking, and I think you'll be good to go. But first and foremost, pick one font and run with it, and keep it nice and bold.
And that tweaking is not to be confused with twerking, just in case anybody is confused a little bit. Yes,
we're not gonna twerk.
Yes,
there's no twerking here. Okay, next up. Who's next up? I saw RPM Nexus in here. He is always really supportive. Rocking C Homestead, how's it going? Good morning to you. So RPM Nexus, we're going to pull you up. We're going to look at your channel. I'm going to let you have it, brother. Hold on here. RPM. Look at that. RPM Nexus. And look at that. I'm not even subscribed. Shame on me.
Shame.
All right. But right away, right? Like, I haven't even clicked into his channel, and here's all of his thumbnails. You see how they have that common look? They've got the green. They've got the border. He's got the same font going on. Right, that's what I'm talking about. Like, his thumbnail. Oh, RPM. Here you go. Look at that. Look at your header right now, RPM. See how you're getting cut off there? Now, this is kind of a tricky thing because you want it to look good on a PC, but you also want it to look good on a phone. So this is something that you're going to have to play with and try to get it to work. But I like what you're doing here with your thumbs. I like how your RPM Nexus, that stands out. Your name is really bright, but I'm not sure what exactly is under your profile picture. Gear, no, what? Here, Tech Matters? I'm actually not sure. Tech Matters. So I know you're, obviously I know you're a tech channel. But going down to your thumbs, I dig it, man. You got your face in there. The green, I really love green. If you see my thumbnails recently, I've gone green with a lot of my stuff. I find that I'm getting more clicks on the bold green text. Yeah, man, I like these. Yeah, you've got your look, man. Like, this is your look. So when I come across, oh, and there's a red one. Look at that. Get in there and change that red one. Look at that, man. You got all these greens, And then you got 2 reds. I would get in there and I would change those up. Oh, there's some more reds. Unless you're doing that for a playlist or something. But yeah, man, I dig this. This looks good. Are you looking at this too?
Yes, I am.
What would you recommend?
Yeah, well, I'm catching a little bit of a delay.
Okay.
Just because I'm hearing you say it like right now in real time, but then I'm catching the delay right here, like from what I'm actually seeing. But yeah, totally. Want you to like. But yeah, totally agree on the header. Just kind of shrinking that down just a little bit to make it easier to read there on the phone, where it's not getting covered up with stuff.
Right.
I think that also just like where tech matters, I think that's a tad vague.
Where tech matters, okay.
Yeah, I think that's a tad vague. But you know, at least he's got something up there saying that it's tech related. But I think being just a tad bit more specific would definitely be a benefit.
Okay, Dr. Stan Eckbert in the house. How's it going?
Dr. Stan,
Topic Ruben, how's it going? Okay, so RPM Nexus, yeah, that's what I think, man. I agree with what Nick says. Digging your thumbnails, man. I like what you're doing. I can read everything easily. Who's next? Who else? I'm going to... Moderators, why don't you choose somebody?
There we go.
Moderators, you're up. Pick somebody. Adip Turwa, how's it going? Nice to see you in here. Patty, how's it going?
Patty in the house. What is going on, Patty?
Patty's always in the house.
She is always in the house.
Patty's like super supportive.
Yep.
We love you, Patty. See, moderators.
You know, one thing that I really like about YouTube is looking at channel names. Like, it's interesting thinking of channel names and thinking, like, how did, like the motivation behind channel names. Like, is somebody, like, writing that out and they're like, okay, this is good enough, this is a name?
Right.
Or do they put, like, a bunch of thought into it? Or did they just wing it and it turned out awesome? I'm always intrigued by channel names for whatever reason.
Yeah, RPM Nexus, how did you choose your channel name? All right, Finn Dominator, let's see what you got going on here. First of all, I just want to say that I had to look at the chat a couple times just to make sure I was spelling it correctly. So...
That says a lot. Yeah, that says a lot.
It says I'm not very smart is what it says. It says I'm not very bright.
Oh, super chat, Brioni Faith.
Oh, Brioni, thank you so much. Would love a phone test. Okay, you're up next, Brioni. Okay, Finn Dominator. Yeah, so if I'm going to say that name to somebody, hey, Chris, check out this channel, Finn Dominator. I might get it right, spelling, maybe. But, okay, let's move past the name. The name's up there. Works great. Gameplay, reviews, vlogs. Love it. Easy to read. I would like to see you in your profile picture. What do you think?
Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah, because that's kind of weird. You've got like a upside down F, then an F. And the Finn Dominator is so small in your profile picture that you can barely even read it. I'd like to see you in the profile picture.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what you're doing with your thumbnails.
Hey, I want to say congratulations. Is that a 300 subscribers on the dot also on their subscriber count?
Is it?
It looks like it. Yeah, I think that's what I just saw.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, so congratulations on crossing that 300 subscriber milestone.
Now you got 300. Whoa, I just subscribed and it kept you at 300. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
302.
Boom.
Look at that.
Making big gains here on
Making big
Nimmin.
gains. Okay, so scrolling down through your thumbnails here. Okay, same thing. You need to get your look together. I see some of your fonts, some of the orange. You're using that sometimes. Sometimes you're putting a green border around it. Yeah, it seems like you're kind of all over the place with the thumbs. I think you should get a look together. So every thumbnail, every single thumbnail, when I come across it, I know it's your thumbnail. Same font, same colors or close to the same colors. RPM Nexus says, my actual name, but RPM is my actual name, but in reverse, and Nexus comes from a song of my favorite game.
NPR is your name?
NPR.
Come here, NPR.
NPR, nice to meet you, NPR.
That's awesome.
Ross, okay, we'll get you pulled up. But yeah, Finn Dominator, yeah, you definitely need to work on your thumbs. What do you think, Nick?
Let's see here. Let me zoom in, because again, like one problem that I keep having is like when I tilt this, like the chat comes up over here.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so I'm. I need to pick a direction and like stay there.
Right.
Because I keep rotating it around. Let's see here. Looking at the thumbnails now, it just came off of screen, so I don't see it.
You don't see it? All right, we're coming back. We're coming right back.
All right.
Yeah, I would definitely find a look for your thumbnails.
Oh yeah,
right?
Totally. Yeah,
total
you're all inconsistency there. I
yeah.
see what you mean now. Yeah.
I like
definitely put together a theme there. The reason for that, Findominator, is it helps people recognize you anywhere on the platform and anywhere on social media. If you can build that visual brand out in a strong way, so that people can recognize it anywhere they see it. Like, for example, with my thumbs or with Dee's thumbs or our channel art or whatever, if you were to see something that looked like ours on Twitter or on Facebook or even on Instagram, you would look at that and you would think, oh, that looks just like theirs, or that is theirs, right? That's what you want to create with the visual branding on your channel.
Right. Now, I like what you're doing with the green border. I like what you're doing with the bold, easy-to-read text. So I would maybe try to figure that out and work that out.
Uncle Dan's saying, please validate my existence. You have been validated, Uncle Dan.
All right, Brioni Faith, you are up next. Hold on here. I'm actually really looking forward to pulling your channel up here because I know how awesome it looks. Here you are.
Yeah, I like that channel name too. Sales Stories, BS Sales Stories.
I'm not subscribed. Wow, she's live. What? Are you live right now?
Is she? Oh, no, it's just because she's a music channel. That's why you're seeing that.
Oh, hold on here.
Yeah.
I did really. Do the music channels always show up like that?
Yeah, because they organize everything differently.
No, she's live. 14 watching.
Oh, yeah, she is live.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I'm not going to disrupt your live stream here. Look at that header. Yeah. Brioni Faith, music, dance. That's so colorful. You got your picture profile in there. Fantastic. Your thumbnails. Wow, look at that. I like you got your little identifying mark on the corner. You've got yourself in the thumbnail. So colorful. Wow. Look at that. What do you think about these?
Oh, I love her stuff.
Yeah. This looks great.
Yeah, absolutely love her stuff. She's, yeah, they like, oh yeah, her live stream's a music live stream. It's like a 24-hour.
Oh, it's one of those. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, I don't know if you're doing the graphics yourself, you're having somebody do them, but these just look amazing.
Yeah, they look great.
Yeah, what do you guys
and they feel like music. Like when when you look
like
at them, they
have
that like
I'm gonna go dance. I'm gonna go in the club and just dance.
Right, they have that look to almost like a club flyer.
Right.
Yeah, like it's got that look to
like
it.
a club flyer. So in the chat, what do you think about Brioni's thumbnails here in her channel art? Do you like it? Drop a yes, drop a no. Drop it in the chat. Let Brianna know. Brioni. Brianna.
Yeah.
I know a Brianna. Brioni. Let Brioni know. I love it. Look at that. Yeah, amazing channel. Look at that. Cool. Yes. She's rocking it. Yes. Look at it. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Flying.
No,
look at that.
Look at all that love right there.
That's a lot of love. That's a lot of love, Brioni.
Yeah.
God, it looks fantastic. Look at that. Wow. That's my favorite one right there. Brioni Faith and Deep Energy. That's my favorite one. She's got the color in her hair, the streaks, and the purple and pink background.
Yeah, good looking stuff.
Yeah.
All the way around.
Yeah. Love it. Everything just works. Looks great on a PC. Looks great on a phone. Okay, next up. I think is Ross up next. Boy, this thing is cruising. Please validate my existence. Uncle Dan, we will get to you. Hold on here. Who else? Let's see. Livestream Universe. Oops, love stream. Nope, wrong channel. There it is, Livestream Universe. First impressions. Man, look at that. I'm just a bad person.
You are a bad person.
I'm just a bad. I'm just a bad person. Yeah.
Oh, you're definitely not a bad person.
Yeah, I actually don't spend a lot of time on YouTube, believe it or not. Okay. First impressions. As you can see right here. And also I want to say that if you look at your phone on a browser on a phone versus the actual YouTube app, it's going to change how your header loads up. So on a browser, it will actually stretch it into place and it all fits. But on the app itself, you see what happens right here.
Yeah.
Live is getting cut off by your profile picture.
And which phone is this? Which one are you looking at on?
This is on the iPhone.
The XS or the
XS.
Okay.
How's it show on yours?
I didn't look. I'm just seeing what you're seeing on there. I was just curious to know which device you're using.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is on iPhone XS, and live is getting covered by your profile image.
Yeah.
So I would find a way to move that around a little bit. Okay, scrolling on down. Oh yeah, I love these thumbs. Look at that. Super easy to read. IRL live streaming at Vid Summit. IRL live streaming 200. Hey, look at that. I know that guy. 200,000 subscribers in 1 year. Here's Daryl Lee's live streams, Wirecast. So yeah, man, Ross, I like these. But see that one right there? How to pre-record and produce a live show. I would get that one looking like your other ones, at the very least in color, just so that blue kind of gets pulled in there. I like.
Oh, okay. That one is. I think that's on the Wirecast channel. He just pulls that one into his playlist because he streams for Wirecast also.
Okay, my bad. Yeah, but I like what you're doing. You see how easy to read the text is? Build shots in Wirecast. Super easy to read. I don't have to think about it. I know exactly what it is. And you've got your own look, and that's what I love. Start, grow, monetize. Yeah, man, I like these. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's good too. One thing to keep in mind, Ross, which you can't see what I'm scrolling at here, but if you go down to like your switcher thumbnail with Nick Mattingly, for example, or the one with Luria.
You're on the switcher one right now.
On my view right here, what I'm seeing is the timestamp covering up their faces.
Yes.
So if you are trying to leverage like them in terms of generating clicks, then you might want to think of either one, switching you with them, since people, that are seeing this may already know you, or it would be a better idea if you could actually like maybe lose the words, for example, or reposition how things are so that you can get both of the circles over on the left-hand side so that they're not getting covered up by the timestamp. So then that way you don't have that timestamp covering up the person that you have on.
Yeah, the timestamp is brutal. Like
it is.
For everybody watching, go look at your channel on your phone and look at your thumbnails and see if that timestamp, like right here, which live stream platform is right for you, right here in the very top. Your text is on the right-hand side, and you see the timestamp just buries the whole bottom of your text there.
Yeah.
And just like the other thumbs on your guests, it covers up their faces as well. So I would definitely, like, I love the look. I love what you're doing with it. I would just be aware of the timestamp. Everything else looks good, man. I love how easy that text is. The white with the black fonts. Love it.
Yeah, I would sync up some of the old videos too, because I see that you're going with like a new style right now. I would sync up some of the old ones as well, unless you're in test mode right now and you're just kind of putting these together for the sake of testing them against each other, just so you get that whole theme going across all of your thumbnails.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Man, that's a tough one. Which one do you like? Do you like it with the bold white behind it and the black text, or do you like it with just nothing behind it in the white text?
I like it with the white text because I think it makes it.
It looks cleaner.
Yeah, it looks,
doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks cleaner, and I think that it also just makes it a little bit easier to read, and there's just a little bit more going on. Like if you look at the blue ones, like way down there at the bottom,
right?
Granted, some of these are like a year ago, 2 years ago, but if you look at those, like they're super simple, very like crazy easy to read.
Their faces are not getting covered up by the timestamp.
Faces are not getting covered up by the timestamp,
right.
But there's no like real style or anything going on there. But I personally, I like the bars behind what he's doing what he's doing currently. I personally dig that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what it looks like. I think it looks good. Just a couple tweaks. I'd make sure your timestamp doesn't cover up anyone's faces, and then I would just pick one of these looks and run with it.
Yeah. That's
a tough one, man. I honestly don't know which one I would choose. Like if you look at two of them, they're different. The older ones do look cleaner, but the one for me, the one with the white underneath the black text kind of stands out more. That's a tough call.
Yeah. If it was me, I would go with smaller text, like smaller black text that's in the white, and I would put more emphasis on the faces of you, Ross, and I would put more emphasis on the faces of your guest. I would try to make those bigger. Just for the sake of drawing more attention for that whole human element, because you want to grab their attention first, and a great way to do that is by using faces. So I personally, if I was making these, I would put more emphasis on your face and on the face of the guest. Like you can even see it right here.
Right.
Like if you compare your thumbnails next to Daryl's thumbnail here for his live stream, you can see exactly what I mean right there. Like how much his stands out and grabs attention because of how big he is in that frame, and then the text over there on the left hand side is secondary. It still tells what's going on in the video, but it's secondary to grabbing your attention first with that face on there.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, Ross, there you go. So we're going to validate Uncle Dan's existence now, and I'm almost a little worried to type this in. Like, I'm afraid what I'm going to find.
Yeah.
Hold on here.
Beanie also dropped a super chat saying, "Do you think that I should?"
Beanie.
Saying, "Do you think I should add a subtle yellow border for my thumbs for mobile? Consistent color looks, something for thumbs on mobile."
All righty, Uncle Dan. The Evil Unicorn.
Hey, El Jefe is in the house. El Jefe Reviews. What's up, man? Nice to see you in here.
What is going on, brother?
The boss.
The boss is in the house. And once again, give Paloma a really big, warm hug from the Nimmin brothers. Okay, Uncle Dan. So the Evil Unicorn, that red of Evil Unicorn, love that. Love the rainbow. Love how colorful it is. But that red is kind of getting, red's kind of a tricky color. What color would you put up there in
what
the
I
Evil
would,
Unicorn?
Yeah, what I would do is I would probably make that white instead of the red. I understand he's trying to put the emphasis on evil, but I would put like some type of border around it, kind of like he has. He's using like a drop shadow.
Yeah.
But everything's like so colorful, and then the specific red that he's using on there is pretty dull.
Right.
Yeah. So so I would either put something on there that's just gonna scream off of that blue background, like a yellow or something, kind of like the yellow from the rainbow over there.
Right.
Or I would just run with a white, but make that border strong enough. Like if it was me, I would make that border strong enough so that it doesn't compete with the white legs of the unicorn also.
Yep. Okay.
But overall, like I don't know, like from like landing on the channel page, like I love the challenge, so to speak, in the profile picture. But I think the channel art itself doesn't really tell much about what's going on in the channel. So I think that, if he's doing commentary stuff or depending on what it is that he's doing here on the channel, I think that if he could condense that down into like a few things to say this is what you can expect from this channel, I think that would be a benefit as well.
Okay. So we're going to move on down to the thumbnails here. Once again, okay, so your fonts, for me, are really difficult to read. What do you guys think? Are the fonts easy to read or are they difficult to read? Let Uncle Dan know in the chat right now what you think about his fonts. I think they are difficult to read. What do you think?
I absolutely think they're difficult to read. Another thing, Dan, I want to give you the heads up on, and we just found out about this at Vid Summit, but like the language and stuff that you're using in your thumbnails, Google can actually read that stuff. If you go to the Google Cloud Vision, you can just Google for Google Cloud Vision, and you can run your thumbnails through it, and you can see what it thinks or what it sees. But some of these videos, at least if you keep going in this particular direction, you're going to get throttled, so to speak, in terms of the distribution on these. So I would just be mindful of that. Do your thing. I'm not saying censor yourself, but I would just be mindful that might create a negative impact for the specific videos that you're doing that on.
Oh, I see. You just sent me. Oh. Man, interesting. So when you turn your phone sideways, my phone is getting covered up here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're watching this right now and you've turned your phone in landscape mode and the chat is covering up the phone right here, yeah, sorry about that. I will actually, for the next stream, I'll move this over to the other side. Good catch. So you came in here and you just helped out already.
I know, right?
I was like hoping to have like a...
I think I have my add value shirt on today. Hold on. Nope, it's my Start Now shirt. I'll take that one back. I'll send it to you another day.
I was kind of hoping to have like a Nick-free evening. and then here you are.
I know, right?
Okay, yeah, so back to your thumbnails. I think you need to get a look together. I think you need to get your fonts together. Find a font that's super bold and easy to read. And just get a look together. Because right now they're a bit everywhere. Like you see, like that your header there, like all that color, I would pick one of those colors, say blue, say the baby blue, and I would use like baby blue, like that color, and a nice big, bold, easy to read font, and just use that across all your thumbs. You agree with that?
Yes, I do.
I think the purple's hard to read. I think it's too dark. The purple doesn't pop. You want something that pops out. Okay, moving right along. Studio Geek 32 says, I'm 13 years old and I have a music YouTube channel. Man, that is awesome.
That is awesome.
Dude, how cool would it be to be 13 years old on YouTube?
Oh my gosh, dude.
Right?
That would be, yeah, like 13, 17, maybe even like early 20s. It would just be, yeah, it would be incredible. So I'm curious here. How old were you? Yeah, when you started on YouTube, how old were you? Drop that in the chat right now. Let me know how old you were when you started on YouTube, when you started uploading to YouTube. Okay, I'm 13 years old. I have a music YouTube channel. I just started my own podcast. Nice, dude.
13-year-old
grinding out, man, hustling. That's what I'm talking about.
Podcast, yeah, man, way to go. Should I put my podcast video on Studio Geek 32 or just make a new YouTube channel? My podcast is my podcast is on Apple Podcast. So they're saying, should they add it to Studio Geek 32 or should they make a new YouTube channel just for the podcast?
So Studio Geek 32 is their current YouTube channel.
Right. I'm going to pull them up here while we got them.
And the question that they're wanting answered is, should they put their podcast on that channel with other short form content?
Yes.
I would recommend against it. And the reason I would recommend against it is because, like, if people are coming there from your podcast for the purpose of consuming your podcast, then that's a win. But if you're trying to actually get it, so to speak, on YouTube, I would focus on content that is more YouTube friendly instead of just loading podcasts there, or instead of adding podcasts as an addition. And the reason for that is because of the tolerance. Like how we were talking about the timestamps earlier being on Ross's thumbnails.
Right.
You have the tolerance of, like I'm sure everybody in the chat has experienced this. Give me a hashtag I agree or disagree. When you've been looking around YouTube, you'll see a timestamp, and if it's like 5 minutes, then it's like, okay, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, sometimes even 20 minutes or so. You think, okay, yeah, you know what, I've got 5 minutes to spare. Hey, I'll give this one a chance. It's got, I can at least complete it.
Right.
But when you are going to click on like an hour-long podcast or a 45-minute long podcast, like that's a commitment.
Yes.
So because of that, like I think that it would be a negative because basically you're repurposing audio content for YouTube. Mm-hmm. Now, if you were going to do that, one thing that I would do is I would say, okay, if I'm going to put this podcast on YouTube, I'm going to make a video version of it, and maybe I'm going to record it live on YouTube, and that's going to be the thing that I do in terms of repurposing that content instead of saying, hey, I've got this audio piece and then I'm going to use like repurpose.io, for example. They're going to convert it into a video for me, then they're going to put it up on YouTube, and then I'm going to have this extra piece of content. I would avoid that and put content on YouTube that people that are coming to YouTube to watch videos for would watch.
Oh, there you go. And I'm going to pull up your channel here. And the first thing I know, first of all, I like the pink color. That's kind of cool. A little bit of your text is getting cut off with your profile picture. But the same thing, your thumbs do not have any consistency whatsoever. Some of them have text, some of them have you, some of them don't have you. So I would try to find a consistent look for your thumbs. And if you're a music channel, I would come up with a thumb look that actually represents something that looks like music. Like here, I don't know what you're doing. Like you're wearing a mask. Looks like your content's a little bit all over the place here. I definitely would not mix your podcast in with this because this is kind of all over the place.
Well, what's the channel name on that one again? I can't find it in the chat.
Studio Geek 32.
Studio Geek 32.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll actually search for that one.
Yeah, I would definitely try to get a consistent look here with your thumbnails. All right. Moving right along. Neil Crypto Cruising dropping 10. Good evening, chaps. The little star made it today. Hi, y'all. We're going to pull you up.
So real quick, D, have you seen, has Neil sent you his star yet?
His star?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so I need you right now to tell Neil to send you his star.
Okay, Neil, in case you didn't hear that, email me your star, please.
Okay.
Am I going to be in for a surprise?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, email me your star, please.
Yeah, he sent me his star.
I'm out of the loop on this.
Yeah, he sent me his star today.
Okay.
Because they did the same exact thing to me yesterday. They're like, hey, tell Neil you want to see his star. So I'm like, okay, yeah, let's get in on this, see what's going on. I'm on the outside of an inside joke. Let me get in on it.
Uh-oh.
And I got in on it, and I definitely think that you should be in on it as well.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and send it to me. Okay. Yeah. Neil, you're up. Loading up. Where's your header? There it is. Boom. Look at that. Perfect.
What's up, Adip Terwa? Nice to see you in here.
Love the colors. We talked about that before. I like how you kind of you're behind yourself.
He is Brioni.
So, what's that?
Oh, nothing.
What?
Nothing.
What'd she say?
She said, I feel like D is being set up. I said, oh, he is.
I'm being set up for failure, Brioni. That's kind of like how this works, if you haven't figured it out yet. Yeah, pretty much our day consists of me either setting him up for failure or he's setting me up for failure. That's the way it works. So yeah, Neil, man, I love this. It looks fantastic. Everything fits perfectly in your header. Cryptocurrency market, news and reviews. I can read everything. The colors are fantastic. Thumbnails on point. Okay, if you're trying to figure out the kind of fonts that you should use for your thumbnails, look at this. Look at that. Look how easy it is to read all of these thumbnails.
Yeah, super bold.
Right.
And there's just a few words. That's important too.
There's just a couple of words right to the point, and I don't have to like squint or try to figure out what any of these things are. Just nailing it. What do you think? You think he's nailing it? Yes or no? Let him know in the chat. I think he's on fire with this. Look at this. Perfect. Like I could nitpick this, but there's nothing to nitpick. Like I could look for something and I couldn't find it. He's got the 2 coins down there, so if you're into that, you know what that is. Super bold, super easy to read. Dude, I'm loving those thumbnails. Wow.
Cosmic W, you're going to have to watch the replay. I did that already.
Wow, look at that. Dude, these are perfect. Yeah, it looks great. Look at that. Nailing it. Perfection. Look at that. Costume CO, how's it going?
Heidi.
Yep, Heidi's in the house.
Heidi.
Oh, yeah, he's nailing it. Look at that. Top Ruben says the same thing. Nailed it. Patty nailed it. Look at that. Well done, Neil. Man, I love watching people progress on their channels.
I do too.
I love, because I remember when you came in and you first started to like, you know, we were pulling your channel up for review, and I remember I've just watched you tweak it and tweak it and tweak it and tweak it, and now this is like this is like, man. Wow. Yeah, this looks great.
Daniel Patel in the house. I love my tune fuse in the house.
How's it going,
Nice to see
Daniel?
you in here.
All right, next up on the list, who's up next? Did I miss anybody? Did I miss anyone who dropped a super chat? I'm like way behind here on the chat.
Let me scroll up. I'll scroll up here and do some research here. Do some recon.
Yep.
See what happened. There were a few that came through. Let me see.
As I scroll through here and look down, I do want to say once again. Oh, I forgot Beanie. Beanie, we will get to you.
We've also got Stanley Orchard as well.
Okay, I'll get to those here in just a little bit. I do want to say once again, this stream is sponsored by TubeBuddy, the #1 plug-in for YouTubers. Link down in the description for that if you don't have it. And I'm curious, do you use TubeBuddy? If you use TubeBuddy, write TubeBuddy in the chat. Let everybody know who doesn't use it, how many people actually use it and find it helpful. So type in TubeBuddy in the chat if you're using TubeBuddy.
We've also got Ratty Star saying they would love a review on their thumbnail design.
Okay.
Stanley Orchard is in the process of upgrading their entire channel. Would love any advice to improve. Let's see here. There's Ratty Star. I thought there was another one too.
Beanie Draws is coming up here.
Faux Pas Art in the house. What's up, man? Nice to see you in here too.
Hey, how's it going, David?
He dropped a $5 super chat as well.
All right.
So definitely check his for mobile optimization.
All righty.
For the mobile optimizations.
Right. All the mobile optimizations.
All the mobile
All of them?
optimizations.
Okay, Beanie Draws up next. And, wow, look at this. All right, here's another one. So, fonts, nailed it. Header, nailed it. Beanie Draws, art tutorials, tips, tricks, and dinosaurs. Nailed it. Knocked it out of the park on that one. Thumbnails, I love the easy-to-read font, but I'll take out, be honest with you, man. Your top 2 thumbnails there, to me, are the best ones.
Scream.
Those are on fire.
What kind of click-through rate are you getting on those, Beanie?
Yeah, those are amazing. If you like these top 2 thumbnails, let Beanie know. I think these are incredible. That red right along the top there, that just really helps catch my eye.
Yeah, I would love to see. Hey, what's up, Doug? Nice to see you in here too.
Man,
I guess you've probably been in here for a while. Yeah,
Doug Houston?
Those top ones, man, those look amazing. I'd love to see how those compare next to the other ones.
Yeah, Beanie, in my opinion, those are the best 2 thumbnails you've got. All the rest are good. They look great, but those top ones are just on fire. How to draw a blue running. Wow, like you've come a long way with your thumbnails. Look at this.
That progression, man.
Right, the progression.
Yeah,
look at
awesome.
this.
Yeah.
Right, and this is something that everybody has to go through. Like, it's rare that you just come out of the gate swinging and you get your thumbnails on point. Like, this whole thing's a process. It's a learning process. You've got to figure out what works, what doesn't work. You got to figure out, okay, well, this sort of thing doesn't get clicked. This sort of thing gets clicked. You got to learn about colors. You got to learn about fonts. You know, like, look at this. You can see the progression.
Yeah.
You can see it as you scroll through.
It's awesome.
Yeah, Beanie, this looks fantastic, man.
I love my tune fuse, says my favorite YouTubers. By the way, my name is Charmaine. Hello, Charmaine. Nice to meet you officially.
Okay, so Beanie asks, do you think I should add a subtle yellow border to my thumbs for mobile? Consistent color looks schmeh for the thumbs on mobile. What I think you should do, I think you should do your thumbs like these top 2 red ones with the red on top. that red stripe going across the top. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think, you know, like as long as those are converting at a decent rate comparatively,
right?
Yeah, without question.
But as far as the yellow border, no, I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I wouldn't do the yellow border either, because what the yellow border is going to do is it's going to cause a distraction.
Yes.
Because right now, like you can see Dee's looking at this on the dark mode. If you had that yellow border on there, it would take away from everything that's happening on the inside of the thumbnail. So yeah, totally agree with you on that one.
Yeah,
on the no border.
No border. I think what you have looks great. I mean, you can roll with the ones you have; those look fine. If you want to upgrade to those, if they're working well for you, but to my eyes, those look amazing. Okay.
We've got Christabel Ramirez also says, I would love some feedback. I'm only using mobile at the moment, but saving up for a camera. Any feedback, good or bad, is always appreciated.
Okay.
And then we've got another one that came in from Big Dog. What's up, Big Dog? Love the channel name.
Okay.
I use TubeBuddy to keep with my followers, and I need help with the YouTube gaming app.
Hold on one second here.
Okay.
You need help with the YouTube gaming app?
Yeah, so with the YouTube gaming app, I'm not sure exactly what it is that you're needing help with there. I don't even think I have the YouTube gaming app on my phone. I know I used to.
Yeah, I took it out. Sammy4551, I noticed you. Thanks for coming and hanging out.
You have been noticed.
You have been noticed. Melanie Superstar, hashtag unicorns. So I'm curious here. How many people are actually using TubeBuddy? I didn't.
Oh, there was a big list.
There's a big list.
Oh yeah, the big list.
Good.
Big list. Yeah. So anybody that's not using TubeBuddy, you definitely need to install it. It helps you manage your channel. You can A/B test your thumbnails and all types of other really cool stuff. Helps you explore video ideas. You know, use better tags, all of that stuff. It's
right.
Awesome.
Links in the description below for that if you do not have it. Okay, back to the phone here. Simple Fish Life, you are up next.
Professor Nez in the house.
Professor Nez is in the house.
We
What's
got
up,
Justin
brother?
Bennett in here, flashing
Justin
your pan.
Bennett. Boy, they're all coming in.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there.
103 people in here, up in here.
Yep,
that's fantastic.
Gabe Pradu, what is going on? Nice to see you in here.
How many of those people are your bot accounts?
At least 100.
At least 100 of your bot accounts are holding them in here.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Out of 105, yeah, I think 100 are my bot accounts.
Sounds about right. That sounds about right. Okay, Simple Fish Life. I loaded up. You got the fish in the header. Simple Fish Life. Yep. Fish keeping made simple. Okay, do you see, and I'm just nitpicking here, this works, but the very top of fish and the very bottom of simple is getting cut off, so I would go back into that graphic, and I would kind of shrink that down just a little bit so it doesn't get cut off at all. You're going to say something? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, because there's a lot of people saying, hey, D, look at mine. D, look at mine. So, like, as we're going through these, like, he's just getting them as he gets them. So just be patient, you know, as we're going through these here.
Right now, and I also want to let you guys know, so when I'm looking at the phone here and I'm looking at the channel art and the thumbnails, I'm not looking at the chat. So I'm not ignoring you. I'm not paying attention to you. It's just that I've only got two eyes and I need them both to look at my phone. I mean, you've got two eyes.
I've got four.
Why aren't you looking at the chat?
I've got four. I am, but then when you pull up the channels, I actually go and find the channel and look at that also.
So yeah, so I got to look at the phone for a while, then I go into the chat and I look at the phone. Okay, scrolling on down to your thumbnails. I like what you're doing with your text. It's super easy to read. Saltwater Aquarium.
Nice to see you, Eileen. Eileen Smith in the house.
Yeah. The gang's all here.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody's in here. I love it. Thanks for coming by. All right, yeah, I love your text. Saltwater Aquarium, easy to read. You've got the fish in the background. I know exactly what's going on. Sunday live stream, fish store tour, Fun Fact Thursday, Sunday live stream, sump tank setup.
Tier Talk Correctionos also wants to have their channel looked at on a mobile device to look for mobile optimization. Okay,
so I like what you're doing with your thumbs, and I think your channel is easy to read, but there's a disconnect between your thumbs and your channel header. You've got different fonts. You've got a different look on your thumbs. I would choose one. Personally, I like what you're doing with your thumbs, so I would pull that same style that you're doing in your thumbnails. I would pull that up into your header. You agree with that?
I do.
Yeah. That way, everything kind of has like a uniform look because you've got a big disconnect going on there. Other than that, I think it looks good, man. I like your thumbs. Just a couple words on each thumb. Very easy to read. Yeah, brother, I dig it. All right, moving on.
It has been dug.
It has been dug. All right, moving on to the next one. Hey, can you check that the battery on that?
Absolutely,
please?
I can.
Yeah. Scrolling on down. Who was next?
You are 50%.
Oh, really? Oh, we're rocking. Okay. All right, who have I missed? Let's see here. Tier Talk Corrections YouTube channel. Can I get a chance to review? Okay, I'm going to pull you up right now. All right, Tier Talk Correction 1. Tier Talk Correction 1, is that you? Make sure I've got the right one here. Okay, sure do. And you're up. Okay. First thing I see here, the thin gray line. I don't know what that means. What does that mean, the thin gray line? Maybe that means something in the niche or niche that you're working in, but as an outsider who just came across your channel, I don't know what that means. You see right here your profile picture, Tier Talk Podcast. Because it's circle, it's cutting off part of your text. So I would either shrink that text in, or I would put a picture of yourself on there. But as it is, it's kind of difficult to see. It's cutting off the T. It's cutting off podcast. Now, I don't know what the thin gray line is. Corrections 1. Okay, so you want to be a corrections officer. You see what happens when I like destroy his live stream? Then he makes it a point to come in to like. Cosmic W, the mic I'm using is the Rode Procaster. Okay, so you want to be a corrections officer. So the thin gray line, I'm guessing that's like correctional officer talk. I would put something up in your header that defines what that is. Like, what is the thin gray line? If that means something, I would define what that means up there in your header because I have no idea what it means. Okay, so you want to be a correction officer. I can tell that you're using Snapseed to make your thumbs on that. That's fine. Your text gets a little bit lost on that particular image because the background is really bright and your text is white, but I could read it. That's fine. Scrolling on down. Okay, you've got images of correctional stuff. I think this works. I would probably pick one or the other. I would either go with no text and I would see how those perform, or I would put text on them and see how those perform. But I see what you're doing here. You've got the correctional screenshots, stuff from CCTV cameras. I see that. That works. Are you looking at this too?
No, I'm not. I'm just talking in the chat.
Yeah, you're using Snapseed. That's fine. So if you look here at the ones that you're using on Snapseed, like you've got this one right here in the middle. Follow-up is always needed by management. That's kind of hard to read. That's a lot of text on a thumb. If you can just break that down to just a couple of words and then you can make the text larger, that would be a lot easier to read. Stuff like this, great news, that looks completely different than anything that you've got going on. So what I would try is I would just try to find one consistent look for all of your thumbnails and just run with that. And if you're using this style of text from Snapseed on all of your thumbnails, then use that same style on all of them. I would just try to use fewer words, and that will allow the text to be larger. Okay, you agree with that?
Absolutely.
All right. Moving right along here to the next one. Let's see here. Actually, I'm just going to take a break for a second. I'm going to jump to the chat and see what kind of questions I've been missing, because I know the chat.
Yeah, it's just rolling, man. It's in here like rolling. It's like a party in here in the chat right now.
Yeah. I'm going to get to you guys who super chatted just a second. I just want to like put my phone down. I want to jump into the chat because I am neglecting everybody. Justin Bennett says, I'm a robot. I'm a clone.
See? So, yeah. See how this works?
Yeah.
So Cosmic WD wants to know how long it takes you on average to edit your videos.
Oh.
He asked us both, but he wants to know how long on average it takes you.
All right, so here's the process. I can shoot it. I bring it into the computer, and my initial edit, which is me speaking, I can burn through that really fast because what I do is I record in clips. And so basically I have my bullet points down there, and I want to talk about XYZ. So I talk about XYZ until I run out of steam or I mess up. If I run out of steam and I say what I need to say, I stop recording with my remote control. If I mess up, I clap at the end of it, and then I stop recording. So what happens is when I pull all of my video clips into my PC to edit, I look at the audio file and I look for the spike where I clapped. And so all of the clips, I just grab all the ones with spikes on them and I delete them, and I'm left only with good footage. And then I just go through and I trim down the beginning, I trim down the end, make sure they all fit together really quick, and then I might do a couple cuts to maybe push in and that sort of thing. But that initial edit is really fast. Like I can go through and so say it's a 7-minute video, I can do it in probably 10 minutes, right?
Ratty Star, you have not been overlooked. He just took a break just for a second, just to hop in the chat, just to hop in here and be like, "Hey, what's up?"
What's up?
Just to give a hey to everybody.
Right. So yeah, that part takes me about 10 minutes, really fast. The part that takes a long time is the polish, right? If I'm doing a screen recording, then I have to record my screen on my phone. I have to load that in, and it never syncs up right. Like it always seems to be like at a different speed when it plays back. And I put like if I'm showing people where to press on. Tap on this feature, I outline it. And so this is the tedious part. So I might spend 2 hours doing that final polish on top of, so a 7-minute video, speaking part really quick, the polish, putting the phone on top of it, doing the tutorial, adding all the touch points, doing any of that stuff. That might be another 2 or 3 hours. So yeah, about there.
Professor Nez saying Nick is off screen, no 2 shots today. No, this was just like an impromptu thing. I was driving by, saw he was live, and I was like, hey, I got to swing in here and see if I can disrupt this for a second.
Yeah, I actually thought somebody was breaking in the room. I didn't know he was coming over. I had the whole place to myself, not wearing any shorts, and I hear somebody coming in the door, and it scared me.
Yeah, walk in, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is he doing in here?
All right, so I'm going to keep going up. I'm going to get to some other questions here. See who I've missed.
As a new mobile content creator, D, here's a question.
Yep, go.
From Spirit Detective, as a new mobile content creator, any tips or advice for first impression game reviews using mobile?
First impression game reviews? Well, if we're just going on first impression, that means we are going on your header and we're going on your thumbnails.
Well, I think what they, and I don't know if it's a he or she, but I think what they're asking is like they do first impression game reviews. You just have any tips in general?
Be as original as you can. Be as original as you can. Let yourself out. Don't try to copy somebody else. Whatever you are inside, that internal dialogue that you have with yourself every day when you're outside walking around, be that person. That's who you are. So if you can get that internal dialogue out in front of the camera, even if you're quirky, even if you people say, oh man, you talk too much, or you talk too fast, or you talk too slow, it doesn't matter. That's who you are. Just be you. So that's the first thing I would tell you. The second thing is put a ton of time into your thumbnails and your titles, because without that thumbnail, you're not getting clicks. So I would spend a ton of time up in your thumbnail game.
Yeah, go watch all the tutorials that you have to.
All the tutorials.
Yeah, like learn as much as you can about like color and all that stuff. It can be the difference between you like rocking or not. Really, Tom Brokaw never wore pants?
I don't know.
Professor Nez is saying Tom Brokaw never wore pants.
I don't know, but I like him.
Yeah,
I like him.
Yeah, he just went up in my book as well.
So, Big Dog, so back to this gaming app. Can you kind of be a little bit more specific? Because you said you need help with the gaming app. I don't know what you need help with. So, I see your super chat. I appreciate it. But I'm not sure what you need with the gaming app. So, if you can be a little more specific. Daniel Patel, how's it going? I think I said that already.
You did.
I did say that already. Yep. Alrighty. Cristobal Ramirez. Okay, we're going to pull you up. 1 second here.
You got another one here from SCPC Ghost saying, can I get a quick review?
Okay, hold on here. We're going to go back up here. Cristobal Ramirez. R-E-Z. There she is.
Walter White doesn't wear pants? Oh, Walter White, yeah.
Walter White.
I was thinking like Walter White was a news guy, but it took me a second to register Breaking Bad. Yeah. He definitely doesn't wear.
That took you a moment to register Walter White?
It did. It did, yeah.
Who watches Breaking Bad?
It was because we just came off.
Hashtag Breaking Bad if you watch Breaking Bad.
Yeah, it's because we just came off of Tom Brokaw. So I saw that and I was thinking like news anchors.
Right on. All right. Cristobal Ramirez. I love the colors. I like the font. Your profile picture does not cover you up. That's fantastic. Your profile picture looks great. Love the little flower in the hair. New videos every Friday. Love it. Scrolling down to your thumbs. I like how you're putting yourself on all of the thumbs. If you are going to put text in your thumbs, I would try to find one font, and I would use that on everything. Preferably maybe the font that you're using in the header. However, when that's small, it might be difficult to read. But I would just try to get a look. Like you've got a border on one of them for your Taco Bell one. Different colors going on. Yeah, I like what you're doing. I would just try to get like a uniform look for all of your thumbs, either with no text or with text. If it is text, try to use the same font across everything. And be wary of the timestamp. Be aware of the timestamp. Drive around with us to Oakland. You see how drive with us is getting cut off there by the timestamp. Any thoughts on the thumbs?
I was actually just interacting in the chat.
Okay.
But I agree, I'm sure, with everything that you just said.
Alrighty. One more thing. I'm going to nitpick here. You see tasting the Starbucks Zombie Frappuccino and Cucumber Breeze face mask. Actually, now that I'm looking at another one, October Ipsy bag, I'm thinking that you're taking these on your phone and you're looking not at the lens. I know I have a thumbnail where I'm not looking at the camera. I'm looking off to the side. But for as many thumbnails as you can, look at the lens when you're taking the picture. That eye contact between you and the viewer is super, super important.
Yeah, I would spend. I'm seeing it now. Also,
Right.
I would definitely spend some time like trying to pump your pictures up too, because it looks like, at least from what I'm seeing here, like the pictures just kind of look a little kind of
Washed out.
Yeah, a little bit washed out, maybe a little bland. I would definitely try to pump those pictures up a little bit too.
I have a video on my channel on how to use Snapseed to make your videos, or to make your photos look better. You can do little things like that. Like you can, use the ambience feature or the saturation to pump up some colors. You can select parts of your picture, like the backgrounds, and you can pump up the saturation on those to make them more vibrant. I would definitely do that. But yeah, okay. Moving on to the next one. Who have we missed here? These are coming in so fast, I can't keep up with them.
Did you get Ratty Star?
Ratty Star? No, I have not gotten Ratty Star.
Yeah, so Ratty Star just wants feedback on their thumbnails on a mobile.
Okay, we're going to get to you.
Some thumbnail feedback coming your way.
Coming your way. I love my Toon Fuse, my favorite YouTubers, by the way. Charmaine, did you want yours pulled up as well? I'll pull you up really quick here. Let's see.
Yeah, we also got SCPC Ghost. We got the Ghost.
The Ghost. I love my...
Do we fill in the blank?
Toon Fuse. Okay, so right out of the gate, I'm just going to let you know that name is a little complicated for me. I love my Toon Fuse. It's just like one word. That's, if I had to explain, if I had to tell somebody what that is, that might be, not sure if I would remember that or not. Okay, you got Mickey Mouse in your header. I would definitely put some text up there and tell them, I put your name up there, and I would tell them what your channel is about. What do you do on your channel? I'm guessing there's something about cartoons because I see Mickey Mouse, but what do you do? This is like some sort of a fabric. Do you knit tunes? Is this like a crochet thing? I don't know. It's an Afghan, actually. You do knit them, okay? So I would put that in there. I would put the name of your channel, and I would make it a really easy-to-read font, and I would tell people what you do on your channel.
Boom.
Scrolling down here, I see what you're doing with your thumbnails, and you can run with this, but what I would do, I don't know what you're using to edit this with, but I would take a screen grab. You could do it in KineMaster, or most of the video editing apps will allow you to do this if you're a mobile content creator. I would use a screen capture. I would find, one of the best shots, and I would screen grab it, and I would use that as the thumbnail, because if you're using these black bars on the side, you're losing out there, because if you're making stuff, you want that to fill the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Show them exactly what it is that you're making. And then I'm going to take it up a notch. Again, the Snapseed video that I have on how to make your photos look better, you can go through there and you can select certain colors in that thumbnail and crank up the saturation. So you could tap on the bow in Minnie's hair, and you could crank up the saturation to make that red just scream. You can also add contrast and make those thumbnails really pop out. But that's what I would do for you. I'm not sure what you're doing down here with Obama.
Thanks, Obama.
Thanks, Obama. That's what I would do for you. All righty. Scrolling back up. Who have I missed? Who have I skipped?
Faux pas art.
Okay, I'm scrolling backwards here. So, crypto cruising. Should I check the star now? Is this something that's going to make me fall apart here on
Yeah, you
live?
probably shouldn't do that right now.
Okay.
Unless you definitely don't want to pull it up on your screen, but you might just for the sake of him seeing your reaction.
Okay, so we're gonna get like a real life reaction here of me looking at. I'm
Jesse St. Louis also came in. What's up, Jesse? Nice to see you
Hey,
here, man.
Jesse,
Saying
how's it going?
I'd love some D feedback or deed back.
some deed back.
Yep.
By the way, as you see right here, I am on Twitch. Haven't started streaming there yet, but I'm going to soon. And I'm on Twitter and Facebook under my name. I would love to connect with you over there. So if you're not over there yet, and we haven't done this thing over there, then let's do that thing. Okay, so we're gonna find the star, and I'm almost afraid to pull it up.
Oh, this is great. This is so exciting.
Neil, how did you send it? Where did you send it to, man? I don't see it.
I think he might have emailed it to you, or he might have sent it to you on Discord. I got it on Discord.
Oh, okay. Well, so much for that.
Oh, you can't see it on Discord?
No. Well,
Here,
no,
I can show it to you if he sent it to you already. I can actually pull it up and
You know
can
what?
see it.
Why don't you walk around here and like pull the phone up and show me?
Yeah, that works.
Right?
Here it comes, Neil.
Here it comes. The star is yours. Check that battery again while you're over there.
Okay, you're down to 1 bar.
1 bar.
Yep.
Okay.
Let me open my Discord. Okay, ready?
Let's see. Yep, here we go. I don't even know what this is. I feel like I'm being set up for failure here.
Oh, you are.
Oh, man. All right, here we go.
3, 2.
Oh, my God. Are you serious? You're letting him hang, brother. Neil, what has been seen cannot be unseen. Why wouldn't you censor the bits, Neil? Oh my God. Oh, my eyes. I just want to like pour bleach in my eyes.
Yeah, I got that, and I
Oh,
was
my
like, "Oh my
God.
gosh!" I didn't even know what the I didn't even know how to react. I was just like, "Oh my goodness!"
Yeah. All right, so rolling back here. I need to give me 1 second here.
Launchpad astronomy. Launchpad astronomy. What is going on, man? Nice to see you in here.
Okay,
Zaggy DK also.
Zaggy DK, what is going on? And Neil says that would be a good thumbnail. Yeah, you guys don't. Okay, here's the thing. What he just showed me on his phone, whatever you imagine it is, it's worse.
Yes.
Whatever you can imagine that is, whatever
Yeah.
you think, oh, that must be like some horrible, like he probably just showed something real. It's worse than whatever you can possibly imagine. It actually is. I promise you that.
Heidi asks us, do we ever get tired of each other's company? No, I like hanging out with my brother.
No. Yeah, we've been stuck together for like.
Stuck. Okay,
Stuck.
so I guess maybe he does get tired of it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
we
if he's framing it as stuck.
No.
It's funny.
We actually love it. It's actually awesome that we get to hang out and do this stuff.
Lily Tree saying your next channel's reaction videos. It's all reacting. An entire channel reacting to Neil photos.
Okay, hold on here. So I'm going to back up here. Jesse St. Louis. Okay, you're up next. And I skipped some people and I'm trying to move backwards right now through the chat. So Jesse St. Louis. There you are. We are going to pull you up right now. Okay, Jesse St. Louis. Whoa, what are you doing there?
So Jesse lives in L.A. and I keep wanting to meet up with him every time we go there for Vid Summit, but it just never ends up working out. Like I'll see the message before we go, and then like another one will be like after we're already like on the plane back or something crazy.
Right.
He's a cool dude.
Okay, so right here on the top, I love your header. It looks like you're like an adventure dude. You're out there doing stuff. Your backpack's hanging off. Loving it. I like the font, how you wrote your name, St. Louis. Love it. You see the part here in the bottom is getting cut off here on the iPhone. That might be fine on an Android. It might be fine on a browser. I don't know. But on an iPhone, that little blue area is getting cut off, and I don't know what it says. Okay, going down to your thumbnails. Man, the adventures of the infamous JSL. Dude, I dig that. You're underwater. I like you got your little identifying mark there. Love it. No text, just awesome thumbnails. Look at that. They're colorful. Man, those look cool. Volcano Lagoon. Yeah, dude, I dig these, man. I like the little border. You're doing that little grungy border around it. Are you using like Snapseed, or what app are you using for that? I'm curious. These look really good. Any feedback on these?
He's always on an adventure.
Oh, he's been to Thailand here.
Yeah, he's updating all the time. Yeah. Yeah, he's been here.
Paragliding in Nepal.
Yeah, a few things that I'd recommend is what was the one that I just saw? Hold on.
Yeah, I like these, man. I really like these.
There's one to where I think you're at like the Painted Canyon or something like that. Here, let me find it again. You're at the Painted Canyon, but like you have just a shot of your face. Like since you have that branding mark on there, since you're making the video about the Painted Canyon, I would test running the just a photo of the Painted Canyon against the current thumbnail, just to see which one performs better. Because there it is, Painted Canyon Adventure in the Desert, like that one for example, like showing a picture of the place. And then maybe having like a cutout of you on the side or something like that, but showing a picture of the place, to where it's clear that that's what it is. That was 2 years ago. So you've come along since then. So scratch that. But if you wanted to go back and update it, I would definitely be mindful of making sure that you're showing the places to where it's crystal clear.
Yeah, I think these look good. I mean, if they're performing, I don't know what your click-through rate is on them. If they're not performing well, you might try some other things. But to me, to my eyes, they look cool.
Oh, they look really cool.
Yeah, I dig it. Costa Rica, man, you're getting around. I love it. Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, D is quite the avid traveler. Also, he's been like
places in LA,
pretty much everywhere.
I have not been to Costa Rica though.
Hey, Zaggy DK dropped you 20 for Penegra.
I've got enough, man. No.
So
thank you, Zaggy DK. Appreciate it.
Weird Heather in the house.
Weird Heather, how's it going? Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming by and being weird. Appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to pull up the next one here. I think these look rad. Wow, that one looks beautiful, actually. The Truth About Playa Conchai, Costa Rica. That's a great one. All right. We're going to pull up SCPC Ghost. But first, I actually need to swap out a battery. So don't go anywhere. I'm going to be right back in like just a few seconds.
While
you're say?
Yeah, while you're swapping out the battery, and I can say it while you're saying it. Let's see here. Adip Terwas asks, how do you plan your topics for your videos?
How do I plan my topics? I will show you some of how I plan them when I come back.
Just tell me.
Well, no, because I got to turn this off.
Huh?
I got to so here. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back.
Watch it. Oh, hey, I like your I'll be right back thing. Oh, that's nice and funky right there. Yeah, we got those nice funky tunes playing right now in the background.
That's how we do it.
That's what I'm talking about right now. Bob your head with me if you're out there in the chat right now while we're playing to the little funky tunes right here in the background. We got D getting ready to come in and just rip a freestyle right here on this beat.
All right. Thanks for not running out here. Okay. So. All right. See what you got to do.
Entertainer.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Okay. So there's a couple things I do when I'm choosing my topics. First of all, as a mobile creator, as somebody who uses their phone to film a lot of stuff, and
thanks, Josephine.
I'm always aware of, where I'm constantly looking through forums. I'm looking on Reddit. Every Saturday, I look at the questions where people are asking, how can I do this on my phone? And my ideas are just, I think about where are people's needs and how can I take care of that? And one of the top things that I'll do, I'll show you right now, is in addition to that, is I'll just come into YouTube and I'll just start typing in stuff up here at the top. Like, I might just type in like Android, right? Or how to, let's see here, how to edit with Video Star, how to edit with Cut One, how to edit with iMovie, how to edit with PixArt, how to edit with KineMaster. So I kind of go through this process where I look for how to do stuff for my niche, and then because YouTube's a search engine, so if I'm looking through here, it tells me what people are searching for. And it's not always how to. I might be looking, something operating system specific. And then I also look at Google Trends. That's a good one to see, what's trending. I look at YouTube Trends to see what videos are trending. So like if
Hey, do you want to give him a power tip?
Yeah, drop a power
Just
tip.
drop him some heat right here.
Drop it. Lay
Here,
it on.
let me see your phone.
Okay, well, you can't.
Here, hold on.
Okay. It's plugged in here, so you're going to have to come over here. Power tip coming, people.
Yep. So another thing you can do.
Yep, here we go.
Here is you can take this back.
Hold on, here you go. Hold on. Get in here.
Yeah, so another thing that you can do is you can do, like in this case, right? Like say that you're wanting to cover a specific app, right? Then you could say like how to, and then you could wildcard it right here.
Yeah, wildcard is an asterisk.
Yep. And then on KineMaster, for example. And then you see here, then you can see all the different stuff. How to edit on KineMaster, how to animate on KineMaster, how to tween on KineMaster, how to record on KineMaster, and so on. So that's a little power tip when you're trying to, when you're trying to focus on specific things. Right.
The asterisk is a wild card, so that will fill in the blank of all the things people are searching for inside of YouTube, and that can work on whatever you're doing, whatever your niche is. It works for that too. So that's part of my process there. Okay, so now we're going to pull up SCPC Ghost. SCPC Ghost. I'm going to pull you up and see what is going. Oh.
Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good.
No, this is
that
interesting.
Does not sound good at all.
This is interesting. Exploring the paranormal side of Urbex.
What's Urbex?
Okay, yeah, right there. He doesn't know what Urbex is. I don't know what Urbex is. Urbex might be a city. Might be.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
So if Urbex is not a city, then you might want to put a little tag on there and tell people what Urbex is. But the idea of your site, I dig it. Abandoned hospitals in Pomona. Abandoned house. Oh, these are cool. So yeah, once again, I like what you're doing here. I would just pick a font. If it's the font in your header, that's fine. If it's the unexplained footstep fonts, that's fine too. But pick one of them and use that font through all of your pictures if you're going to put text on there.
Here's a great question.
Go.
Gray Key says, do you get more engagement from Android or your iPhone mobile users?
Android.
Yeah, so Android, more comments and things like that, more overall views, but iPhone users actually watch for longer periods of time.
Yes.
And it's
about a minute more.
Yeah, it's about a minute more.
Yeah. So if you go into your analytics and you break down, and I'm curious if you see the same thing, my analytics and his analytics, iPhone users on average watch a video about a minute more than Android users.
Yeah.
But we have more Android users watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Pro Panda Gaming, there's a handful of really good apps to make thumbnails on your phone. D actually has, if you go to his channel page right now, he actually has some videos that highlight that for you, that not only show you the apps, but some of those videos will actually show you how to actually do it as well.
I'm going to name 3 off right now. Canva, it's a template-based app, so if you're just getting started and you're uncomfortable building it yourself, you can go to Canva. They have a ton of free templates for channel art and for thumbnails. And you can go in and use a pre-made template and build your thumbnail off of that. Second is Snapseed, really easy to use. I have a video on that. And third is PixArt. I also have a video on that. All 3 really good apps for building thumbnails on. So yeah, back to this here, SCPC Ghost. Yeah, I would just pick a font and run with it. I would also, how we talked before about adding some pop to your pictures. I don't know if you're doing this on a phone or not, but I would use, if you're on whatever editor you're on, they're all going to allow you to add saturation and a little bit of contrast. I would make your pictures pop. I would add some contrast. I would add saturation. I would add some ambience. Bring those colors out. Make the skies more blue. Make the grass more green. Make the grays more gray even. And actually, for your type of thing, it might be kind of cool to put like a slight vignette around the edges too. Kind of look kind of spooky a little bit.
Yeah, make it a little like creepy.
Yeah. But again, as I scroll down here, some of these older ones, so some of them you have your pictures on here of like a house and then some of them you come in here with your face. I would just try to get like a feel together. Because like these thumbnails, like if you show me 10 thumbnails here, it could be from like 10 different channels and you wouldn't know. What you want to do is you want to build your thumbnails out to where if somebody comes across your thumbnail and then one is served up, somebody comes across your channel and their thumbnail is served up later on when they're watching somebody else's channel in a sidebar or something, they go, oh, I remember that channel. They know your thumbnail. They know your style. It's a little bit hard to come up with a style, but that's something that you want to focus on. Any tips on this one?
Yeah, totally agree. I think that matching that creepy look to the creepy content, I think that's a really good idea. Because that kind of themes everything out too.
Yeah, and so here's just one thing. As I scroll down here, your second to last thumbnail, how you've got that red circle where you're trying to like highlight something in your picture, like that's got like 1.9 thousand views on it, where a lot of these others don't have the views. Like that little tactic, I would try that on some other thumbnails. Try to circle something like, maybe there's something there in the background. I would test some of those to see if those get more clicks, because it definitely did on that one. But you're getting some good views on some of these.
Hey, did you pull up Faux Pas Art yet?
Nope, he's coming up next.
All right.
What a cool channel.
Yeah, it is.
Right? Like,
that's the cool thing about YouTube is there's just so much awesome stuff. There's just so many really cool channels out there, and it's a shame that we get locked into these like groups of channels,
right?
To where it's like, hey, because they like this, then we're just going to show them this. Like there should be like a wild card button you can hit, like Stumble Upon. How
right.
They had that whole thing, and Reddit also has like a random thing that you can hit,
right?
To where you just get like a random thing that you might not have ever experienced otherwise, because they're trying to serve you things that you're interested in. That would be awesome.
All right, we're pulling up the next one here. Faux Pas Art. Let's see here. First of all, I just want to say I love this guy's artwork. We've got a piece of art over here that we're going to be hanging up on the wall shortly that he made that is just fantastic. Okay, love how you got yourself in the profile picture. You see here, I'm on an iPhone XS, and your fluid is getting cut off just a little bit. I might come in and like raise all of that up and center up your text there, just so that bottom text raises up above your profile picture there.
Yeah.
Also on your profile picture, I know you use Snapseed. We've talked about it, and I know you're making some of your other thumbnails more colorful by doing that. Could you see how the colors in your thumbnails here, they really stand out. You're cranking up the saturation. You're making them really pop. I would do the exact same thing to your header here. I would make that blue back there just like, bah, right? Just woo, like colorful. Coming down. Again, I would also pick a font and run with it. Whichever font that is, I would get one that's easy to read, and I would use that same font across all of them. Also, I see that you're moving your logo around. Sometimes you put it on a thumbnail, sometimes you don't put it on a thumbnail. I would put it in one place, maybe like the left-hand side in the bottom, if you're going to put your logo on there, and I would leave it in the same spot on every single thumbnail. You agree with that?
I do.
Yeah, because you're moving it around. It's over here. It's over there. What you want people to do is be able to recognize your thumbnail as uniquely yours. And you do that by creating patterns, right? You create a pattern. As human beings, we look for patterns. So if you give them a pattern to look for, because something is in the same place on every single thumb, they'll start to remember those thumbnails as being yours. But I love how colorful it is. I mean, some of these are just explosive with color. Look at that.
Yeah, they are.
Punch in, punch out. Beware of the timestamp on some of these.
Scroll up to the header real quick, because we're getting some feedback in the chat right now from the header.
What are they saying?
A couple of people are saying that they don't like the fonts that he's using in the header.
Mm-hmm.
That they want something that's just a little bit more straightforward instead of trying to be fancy.
Like
they're saying serif fonts, but they're just wanting something that is just a little bit more straightforward and easy to read.
Babus New or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but I would definitely could use like a little bit of polishing. The colors are great. The art that you're choosing in the thumbnail looks great. I would just work on your text. Wow, look at some of these. Wow.
Yeah.
Those look amazing.
You know what's funny is like looking at this on the stream, like you are popping big time. The light and everything's popping in the background, but those thumbnails are standing out off of that.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're like really popping.
Look at these. Like these. Yeah, what you're doing with your thumbs here, look, it looks great.
Yeah.
Focus on creating a pattern if you're using your logo or anything that you could just use like a little splat or something and just put that in the bottom left-hand side.
Yeah.
Something. Create that pattern so people recognize them as yours, because there's a lot of, if I'm searching for fluid art and all of these different artists are coming up, you want your thumbnails to be unique. So every time they show up on a sidebar, being suggested, they know those are yours.
Yeah.
And as an artist, I know you'll be able to find a creative way to do that. And then again, pick one font and just stick with it. Yeah, these look great. You can definitely tell the difference between the ones that you've made super colorful and the ones that you haven't. But man, look at that. That's just, oof, that's incredible.
It is really good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's what I got for you. You got anything?
Yeah, I think I co-sign everything that you just said.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Have I missed anyone? Have I missed anyone that has left a super chat?
I don't think so. I'm sure they'll let you know if you have.
Oh, Ratty Star. Did I miss Ratty Star? Did we pull up Ratty Star?
I know we talked about it. Did you pull that up?
Did Ratty Star drop?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, Ratty Star, you're
or
up.
They did. Yeah.
Ratty Star, you are.
I default to saying he, and I don't know why.
With a name like Ratty Star,
Yeah.
you just expect a he.
Yeah.
Maybe that's bad to assume that.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's see, Ratty Star.
Hey, no problem, Stanley Orchard.
What'd Stanley say?
That he said sorry that he bailed on us. He said that his phone died before the channel review. He'll catch it in the replay.
Okay.
Did we pull up Stanley's? I don't think Stanley's was pulled up either.
Okay.
Yes, we got Ratty Star and we've got Stanley also.
Okay. 1 second here.
It's hard to keep up.
RPM Nexus says, I took the advice of what you gave me and changed everything to my banner.
Nice.
Thank you for the advice. RPM Nexus.
Boom.
Boom. Way to go, man. Okay, Ratty Star. You're up, brother. Okay, right away, you've got your colors and your header, and then you've got your green going on in your thumbnails. There's a disconnect right out of the gate here. The style works, like the Ratty Star tutorial walkthroughs, interactive gamer. Okay, I know what you're doing, but there's like a color disconnect. I would pull that green in your thumbs if that's what you're going to run with, and I would pull that same green and replace that red with it. You see what I'm talking about there?
Yeah.
You agree with that?
I do.
Yeah. Because these look good. Okay. Are you changing these on Fallout Beta? I'm not sure if you're changing these based on the games, but I would definitely, and if you are, that's fine if you're putting a playlist together to look that certain way. But I would definitely, if you're not doing that, I would make sure that you have a look. But it looks like you might here. Let's play Fallout 76. So, yeah, so the beta appears to be green. Survival seems to be red. Okay. Get your playlist. Okay, so yeah, one more thing with you. So I like what you're doing here. I would also use Snapseed if you're doing this stuff on your phone, or if you're not, any editor will do this. I would crank up the saturation, add some contrast, do everything you can to make your colors of the actual images pop a little bit. You want to add, because when you take the screenshots of the games, sometimes they can get washed out. You want to pump that color back into it to make it really stand out. Using the last channel as an example, the Faux Pas Art, you saw how colorful his thumbnails were. He's actually cranking the saturation up. He's adding a little bit of contrast. He's in there tweaking it. And I got a video that shows you how to do that. I think I got 2 of them on Snapseed that show you how to do that. I highly recommend doing that for all of your images here for your games. Anything you want to add to this?
Yeah, I would agree. Like, it's a little bit small, like in my view, so I'm having trouble, like, kind of digging in there because I didn't pull that up unless I actually see the name. I don't pull it up to actually look at it. So it's like that one is a little bit difficult to see. One thing is on the small view on the phone.
Okay.
In the channel art, how the red, you might have mentioned this already, but where if you look at his name Ratty Star to the right of that, it says something inside of that, and there's kind of like a red background on it.
Okay.
And that red background is also on a red background.
Okay.
So if he's wanting that to stand out a little bit, I would definitely maybe make that bold, or maybe just take off that background, that red background altogether, and just have it on the normal red background that's there instead of having to force it into a box.
Nope. Okay, I'm good with that. Moving right along, Stanley Orchard is up next.
Yep.
And he bailed, right? He had to dip out of here?
He's back.
Oh, he's back. Okay.
Yeah, he's back. He's back. And he's back, and he's angry.
He's
for the super chat. He's coming in hard for the super chat.
While his
giving you a hard time,
loads up here, I'm actually going to jump into the chat and see what I've missed.
We've also got.
I feel like I just missed a whole bunch of stuff.
We've also got Rocking C. Hempstead as well. Would love a channel review. Hashtag Nimminati representing.
All right, representing. All right, I'm going to jump in. Do you guys have any questions? I have to catch up with all this stuff.
I have a question.
Oh my God, yeah, you go.
I have a question, D. How was your Sunday?
My Sunday was actually spent at Starbucks.
Okay.
And it was spent in here trying to get this rebuilt and trying to get like this TubeBuddy stuff on here.
Okay. Nice.
Stuff
yeah,
like,
looks good. Looks great.
Oops. What did I do here? I just tried to tap on something and it didn't work.
Uh-oh. Da-na-na-na.
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 Hold on.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Yeah, for example, that. If you want to install TubeBuddy, you can go into the link down below or just type in tubebuddy.com/D. It's the #1 growth plugin and app for YouTubers. Building stuff like this is what I've been doing today.
Nice. That looks good.
Yeah.
That looks great.
Right?
Yeah, that looks fantastic.
Right. So if you don't have TubeBuddy yet, go down and check it out. It is free to try out. And they do give you some limited options for free. You can upgrade to get all the good stuff, like A/B testing and all that stuff.
The good stuff.
All the good stuff. Exactly. So that's what I've been doing today. I've been doing that stuff.
It's good.
Let's see. Brain Update says how to, is it Brian? Or yeah, okay. How to speed up video editing process.
Great question.
That's a fantastic question. And the answer to that is you have to get better at recording your video. Record your video, shoot your video with the edit in mind. Okay?
And your workflow.
In your workflow, right? Like I said before, I don't know if you're around for this, but what I do is I record in clips and I say one thing, I stop recording with the remote control. I say another one, stop recording. If I mess up, I clap. Then when I pull everything in, I pull all the clips into my video editor and I look for the audio spike as it goes up. Then I grab all those clips with the spike and I delete them and I'm only left with good footage. And believe me, there's a ton of spike clips every single time. I have to delete a lot of them. So yeah, you got to put a better workflow together and you have to keep editing in mind when you're shooting.
Yeah, and with the workflow, like one thing that can help you with that also is like templating and things like that, to where you have, you know, you've already got a video file or a project file with your end card in it, with your intro in it if you use an intro,
right.
With any like graphics that you use on a regular basis. You've already got that stuff loaded in there. Maybe even have some audio tracks, you know, some audio tracks already stacked in there to where you can go in and just turn stuff on and off. Instead of having to go find it on your computer, pull it into the project, and then move it around and all that stuff. Right.
Now, if you are editing on your phone, you're not going to be able to build that profile up so much, but you will have to keep like editing in mind as you shoot. Yep. And the more footage that you shoot, the longer it's going to take you to edit. And this is also something that like the more experience you get at it, the more experience you get at making content, at making videos and editing, you start to learn what you need to shoot. So if I'm going out to shoot something for any sort of a video, be it YouTube,
and what you don't need to shoot.
Exactly. Exactly. Like if I have a project or something else I need to shoot, I think it through before I go out and shoot.
Yeah. So
I don't shoot a bunch of extra stuff that I don't need. I kind of like map it out. You know, I map it all out in my head, or sometimes I make notes like, okay, get this shot, get this shot, get this shot. So when I come back, I've got all the shots that I need. I don't shoot too much. If you shoot too much, you got to dig through all of it.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I made a mistake one time. I went to Nepal, and I thought, I told him, I was like, so I had a couple ideas of like YouTube channels over the past year, over the past 2 years, actually. And another idea that I had, so I'm going to be like a travel vlogger. I went to Nepal. I went trekking to Everest Base Camp. By the way, I absolutely love Nepal. If there's anybody from Nepal in the chat right now. Went to Everest Base Camp, and I filmed like 20 days of footage. And where I screwed up was I should have broken it down into a series. I should have recorded day one and just recorded everything for day one. And like made a note of that. This is the stuff for day one. They moved to day two, moved to day three. Instead, I messed up and I didn't have a plan because I'd never been there before. And I just shot like a ton of stuff. I brought it all back and just dumped it into the computer. And it was overwhelming. And like right out of the gate, I was defeated because I spent like a week editing like one video just because I had so much stuff to choose from. And like it wasn't organized. It was a mess. It was my fault. I actually knew better from working, you know, in this sort of thing before in the past, but I didn't do what I was supposed to do, and I came back with just a mess of content. And needless to say, I did not start a travel vlogging channel.
Yeah, that was the end of that.
That was the end of that because I thought to myself, the time that it's going to take me to shoot this stuff and edit this stuff, like I could do like 100 other videos. Yeah. So yeah. So for me, I had to focus on other stuff.
Real quick, if you don't mind, Dee, I'm going to hop in here and answer a question real quick from Brioni.
Hop right in there.
So Brioni's asking, she's saying that she's just trying the Premiere feature right now for the first time. She's noticing that you can't actually view the video before it goes live to check the upload. Am I missing something? So if you schedule the video on the way in, What I mean by that is if when you click on the button to actually upload it, if you have that selected to scheduled, then it's going to default you into scheduled and it's going to default you into the Premiere. But what you can do to get around that is you can actually upload it as a private video. Then you can view it, and then you can do all your stuff to it, and then you can change it to scheduled there. And once you change it to scheduled there, then you can turn on the option for the Premiere.
There you go. Okay. Back to the first impressions on the phone. Let's see what we got here. Stanley Orchard, you're on deck. Okay, right out of the gate, I'm loading up your channel here. I have no idea what's going on in your header. What's this say? Tackle? Is this a fishing thing? Family fishing experience. Okay. What do you think? Let Stanley know in the chat. Can you easily find out? Can you easily see his header and understand what it's about? Can you read all the text? Is it hard to read? What about the text behind him? Let Stanley know in the chat what you think about this header. Is it difficult or is it easy to read? I think it is really difficult to read this.
Yeah, I think it's difficult also.
Yeah, you've got like light stuff going on in the background. Stanley Orchard, it's yeah, man, like you want your text to stand out, just pop off of that image. The tackle box talk and all of that stuff behind you, the text is really skinny. It's hard to read. A family fishing experience with the white color and the light background, that's hard to read. Like if I come down and look at your thumbnails look good, man. Beach camping, part 1, I can read it. Fish tacos, got it. Now some of these are a little bit difficult to read, but the ones right up here on top, the latest ones that you've done, especially the beach camping and I fish tacos, which is just probably the worst thing I could ever think of.
I know, right?
I don't eat fish. But like your header, you see the disconnect going on there? Your thumbnails are really easy to see, at least the ones up here on the top here. But your header, like there's a big disconnect in terms of how they look, and it's really difficult to read. Here, I'm going to jump into the chat here and see what people are saying.
Yeah, we've got a hard to read. We've got a difficult. We've got too small on my Android. We've got a it's difficult. We've got a hard to read. I guess that's a Dutchman.
Yeah.
The Golden Hand Gang.
Yeah.
Can't read it, but my eyesight isn't great. Hey, I feel you there. You're hanging out in a room with 2 4-eyed people as well. So yeah, feeling you there.
Yeah.
Lily Tree.
So Stanley, what I would do a complete overhaul on your header. Like I can't even read some of this stuff on here. Tacklebox Talk live stream Wednesdays. It's getting covered by your profile. Look at this on your phone, man. Look at this on your phone. Hand it to somebody you don't know and ask them if they can read it. I would change the background. Here's the thing. If you change that background image or you just darkened it, the white text is going to stand out a lot more. The Tacklebox Talk, I would figure out a different thing to do.
I would lose that whole area.
Just lose it, yeah.
Yeah, because it's getting covered up by your profile picture anyway.
Yeah, a family fishing experience, that says a lot.
It does.
Yeah.
But it looks to me, hold on, if I'm seeing this correctly, let me make this a bigger, no, I can't tilt it on my phone. I don't see, is that fishing imagery in the background, or what is that in the background?
I can't tell.
Like I see, it looks like a tarp is laying over something maybe. Yeah, on my phone, I can't even identify what's happening in the background there. Is that like a beach maybe?
I can't tell.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there in the background. I would also try to make that imagery a little bit more clear in terms of being symbolic to you fishing in some way, or just straight up holding fish or whatever it is. But I would work on the imagery that you're using in the channel art as well.
Right. No, I totally agree. I think your channel art needs a complete overhaul. Scrolling down to your thumbnails, I really like the one beach camping. I love that. It's really easy to read. I like what you're doing here on the side. You've got your little identifying mark. What does that say? Does that say orchard? Okay, yeah, but that's like giving you like your look. I dig that. One thing I would do is I would kind of pick a font and run with it.
Agreed.
Pick a font and run with it. Things like, catch, stingray, cook, that's really difficult to read. Lake Waco, that's hard to read.
Yeah. Yeah, the gradient on there, or the multiple colors on that, plus the drop shadow,
yes,
on that really make that difficult to read. Like on a big like a big screen, that probably looks really cool,
right?
But it's just difficult to read,
right? Yeah, I like beach camping, fish tacos. Those are colorful, easy to read, anything that where I have to pause and try to figure out what it says on my phone.
Zach Talks Tech in the house.
Zach Talks Tech is back. Second time. First time he came in, he was in the shower.
Oh, hold on. Wait. Hold on.
So we've got two.
He was in the shower watching the live stream.
I was watching his live stream in the shower.
Oh, okay. So that was on a different thing. Okay.
We had like another thing going on.
So it was like a FaceTime. Like, hey, I'm going live here. Hey, I'm in the shower. You want to, kind of hang out while I'm in the shower?
You want to turn on the phone?
Like, yeah, I will. Let's I'm going to shower too.
Why not? Neil sent me the star.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's like
that's just how we're rolling today, right?
Right. Real Estate Whisper. What is up? Nice to see you.
How's it going?
Snowy rains. All right.
So yeah, Stanley, overall, I would definitely do something with the header, and I would make sure that your thumbs get like a unified look as well. In terms of your text, I see what you're going on the right-hand side. That's cool, but I would go in and just pick a bold, easy-to-read font, just like you got with beach camping, and just run with that. And I would drop the gradients on your font because when those are shrunk down, they're hard to read.
Really difficult to read.
Yeah.
Hey, D, I just wanted to bring it to your attention. Neil Crypto Cruising is saying that El Jefe is live right now. And he said, hey, I don't know if D's ever done a raid before.
All right. We have not done an official raid.
Shall we?
On this channel. So what we're going to do, I'm going to pull him up.
Okay.
So give me Weird Heather, you stand down.
Yep. Hold on, Weird Heather.
Weird Heather, you stand down here.
Reviews.
Hold on.
Oh, she's already in there.
No, she's not.
No, I'm just kidding. Kidding.
Man.
Okay, I don't think he's live. I don't know if he's live still. Hold on. Yeah, I don't see that he's. Oh, he streamed 1 minute ago. He's done.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Yeah, he was on for an hour. Yeah, he just turned it off.
No. Oh, wow. We lost it.
Yep.
Way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Stanley. So I know it sounds like we're just like hitting you hard on this, but
you know what? I don't think so. I just
think you need to tweak those tweak the text.
Yeah, I think that's what he's wanting.
Yeah. Pick a font and run with it. So if I scroll down, like here, I like this. I like how you use this darker thumbnail here, offshore fishing. And of course, your bottom text gets covered by the timestamp. But I like what you're doing there with the colors. Simple, easy to read, but the one's getting covered by timestamp. Okay. Yeah, man, just pick a style and run with it. Pick a color scheme, pick a font style, and just run that across the board. Like even if you're going to use the same font, like I see what you did here with the storm that ended season 1. Like that wouldn't work if it was like the same color as like your beach camping. But if it was all the same font going down, because if you go to my channel, I've kind of done a few things where now I'm mostly green, but starting out I had some different colors, but it's all the same font. So as my thumbs kind of evolved, it's still the same font, it's still the same text. I'm just changing colors, and it still kind of keeps my vibe together. But yeah, that's what I would do with you.
All about the vibe.
All about the vibe, man. Get your look together. Get your vibe together. Like I said, I like what you're doing on the right-hand side with your orchard. You just got to get your text together. Get the text together, brother. Okay. Rocking Sea Homestead.
Beanie said we're going to need a different stream for Weird Heather to raid.
Yeah. We should just pick one random person who doesn't even know anything about us and just raid them. All right, so Rocking Homestead.
That's how we roll, Josephine.
That's right. Rocking Sea Homestead. And just so you guys know, no more super chats for pulling your channels up here. Yeah, my brain's shut off. Yeah. No more super chats for the channels. If you guys just send a super chat from this point on, it's just to support the cause.
It's a trooper chat instead.
It's a trooper chat. That's right. Because it's like 12 a.m. I'm going to wrap it up here in just a little bit. I'm going to mods. If I missed anybody, please let me know. I'm on Rocking Sea Homestead now.
Those who text together stays together. That's what Real Estate Whisperer says.
That's right.
Nice.
Okay, Rocking Sea Homestead. Right out of the gate. I like your header, but I would definitely move the text around just a little bit. If you shrink that down, move it up just a little bit, shrink all that. Rocking's not going to get covered by your profile picture. Scrolling through here. Welcome to the Rocking Sea Homestead. Okay. Got the eggs. That makes sense. What are you doing with your text here? Smoked barbecue ribs. Need your help. DIY projects. So, Stanley, this is kind of what I was talking about. You see how all of the thumbnails here, they've all kind of got the same font. They've all got the same. Now, some of them are smaller than others. Some of them are different places, but overall they've kind of got their look together. I would tighten this look up just a little bit more in terms of the sizes and stuff like that.
Hey, I love your Memoji. I just want to go ahead and say that on the video that you did 3 weeks ago.
Oh, where's that? What am I
Great
looking at?
Memoji down there.
There it is.
Did you mention the rocking getting covered up by the channel art or by the profile picture? I mean,
On the top, yes.
yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Because I just pulled it up on my phone, so I was just running through it.
Your real estate whisperer drops $2 for trooper chats or because you matter. That's right. It's her tagline. Beanie Draws drops one for hashtag trooper chat. That's right. This thing is gonna Neil hashtag star crew. This channel is gonna go south really quick. This live stream, I see where this is going right here. Super Friendco TV, how's it going? Skippy the Penguin, I need to subscribe to you. Yes, you do. If you are a mobile content creator, I would appreciate that a lot. Midnight Madness 4x4 says hashtag stardom. Yeah, I'm going to send you this picture, Midnight. Okay, back to the homestead. Yeah.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yep. Get in there. Get it.
So,
Get it.
So on this, like, I think that and this is really just nitpicking from just like that perception thing. I'm not sure if the colors like match like a homesteading type of thing. You know what I mean?
Okay, run with that. Walk with it. Go. Let's see where this goes. Go.
Yeah, like I think that the colors. I think it's just the blue that he's using. I think the gray works.
What color do you think of for homesteading? Because something needs to stand out.
Yeah. I see he's got like a red hat.
Well, if he puts red in there, it's going to conflict with his clothes.
Yeah, it definitely is.
What about green? Like an earthy green.
Ah, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
Right?
That's good.
Something to play with, test it.
Yeah, I would definitely.
I think like earthy. I think earth colors. I think greens and browns and tans. Maybe I'm way off base here, but that's kind of what I think when I think homesteading.
Yeah.
Eggs, right? Like grass, pastures. You know what I mean? Like hay. Those are the things that I think of, like farms. Farm colors. I mean, I like the colors that you've got here, but I do agree. Homesteading and like blue and pink just don't necessarily match.
Yeah, it just doesn't communicate that well, I don't think.
I wouldn't go back and redo everything, but like
maybe moving forward.
I might play with that a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually pulling up some stock sites right here, and I'm seeing what they have. Always a great place to go to, just to kind of for inspiration on like how some of this stuff is being illustrated.
Yes.
So it'd be
flash in your pan, hashtag Nimminati Trooper Chat. Actually, I want to pull up flash in your pan, by the way. I'm going to pull you up before I log off here.
Boom.
Cosmic W, do you know a good app for animating photos for mobile? Animating photos, it depends on what level of animation you want to do. If you're just trying to move them, like, you know, kind of move in, move out, I think KineMaster will do that. I think you can do that with KineMaster.
Yeah, I think earth tones are definitely the way to roll on the on homesteading.
Yeah, rust brown, earth tones, organic colors, organic color greens. Yeah, this is good feedback. Dark greens. Do you guys agree? Do you agree with this? Yes or no? Does this need more earthy tones, or do you think the pink and green, or the pink and blue and the gray, do you think that works? Let us know in the chat. What do you think works? I love getting the feedback from you guys. I love it.
Yeah.
Because these are the people, you know, like this is a representation of people who are just surfing YouTube, and they might come across your, you know, on how to do something with eggs or something on your channel. You never know. Jade Green, Lily Tree says.
Yeah, one thing that I like to do, like when I'm looking through this kind of stuff, is I like to I'll hop on Google Images and then I'll do a search there. I'll see what kind of stuff comes up. I'll hop on like Adobe Stock and I'll see what kind of stuff comes up there, just to kind of get like a general idea of how that particular thing is being represented,
right?
Or that particular niche is being represented,
right? Right. Dr. Stin says yes, earthy colors would be better. Jesse St. Louis says pink and blue seems more like makeup tutorials channel. Absolutely agree. Okay. So we've got that.
So there's that.
Yeah, so that's something for you to think about. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to...
Food for thought, I think is what we call that.
Food for thought. I'm going to pull up Flash in Your Pan.
Yeah, even like all the cartoons, just to keep beating on that horse, like all the cartoons that I'm pulling up and like illustrations and stuff on Adobe Stock, even that stuff, almost all of it has that same, earthy tone to it. Yeah, all the way across the board.
Okay, Flash in Your Pan, you are up, brother. Gold prospecting.
Flash in your pan, flash in your pan.
Okay, so here's what I think about this. I think you've got a lot of text in your header.
That's what she said.
Tuesday night Hangouts live, DIY prospects, treasure hunting, product intros and reviews, gold prospecting adventures. Okay, I think you got a lot of text, but I think it works. For what you're doing, I think it works. You've got gold in there. Flash in your pan, you talk about prospecting. Somebody that's looking for this sort of content, they're going to know exactly what all this stuff is, so I think that works. Scrolling down here, let's look at your thumbnails. Okay, your Hangout here, streamed 4 days ago. On my phone, that text is so tiny, I cannot read any of it with my eyes.
Hey, Extreme Vlogs, it's like 12:12.
So when you're putting text on a thumbnail, I would put as little text as possible. Try to just put a couple of words. Try to find like keywords that you want them to see. 3, 4, 5 words, 6 words, and then make that bigger and easier to read. I see you're putting yourself on here. I don't know what you're using to actually make these, but I would do the same thing. I would add a little brightness. I would add a little contrast, a little saturation, just to make your pictures pop just a little bit. You could do that in Snapseed. Got a video on that, which you're probably aware of. But all these ones, I like. Okay, I like the colors. The ones we're using the blue background and the yellow text. I like that color scheme. I like it in conjunction with you guys in there. I would definitely brighten you up. I would add some more contrast to your images, to the people that are in there. And I would simplify the text, find a couple of words to put on each thumbnail just to make those words stand out. And then I would do that to all of your thumbnails. Like if that's going to be your look, I would do that to all of your thumbnails. So when somebody comes across that look, they know that is uniquely yours. Versus like one of them's got a blue background, yellow text, here's some people. The next one is just you talking with a hat on. The next one's a close-up half of your face. You know what I mean? You don't have like a consistent look with everything. So I would run with that blue background and the yellow text. I would just simplify the text. Anything to add to that?
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's good all the way around.
Yep. Just a little bit of tweaking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have I missed anybody?
I think that.
Did I get everybody?
Yeah, I think you got them.
Okay. Let's see here. If I missed you, if you dropped a super chat, hey, Austin Regis, how's it going? Hold on here. Now the chat is flying. Let's see here. How long is this left for stream for reference? I actually came on and planned to stream for about an hour. It is now 2 hours and 14 minutes.
That's how it goes.
Zach Talks Tech. Look at this. Dude. Dropping a 50 spot, man. You are always so generous. I love that, man. You are so awesome. We're going to pull you up again. All Things Now says the colors were nice. Hey, Nell, how you doing? Glad you can make it in here. Riley got next. Did we miss one? You missed my channel. Did we not get Riley?
Let's see here. Riley got next. I don't think that Riley got next. I didn't see a super chat come in. Mods, correct me if I'm wrong there. I didn't see a super chat come in for that one.
Oportunidad Digital, hi from Brazil. Hello in Brazil. Let's see. Adeep says, you should both visit Sikkim, India, as well once in your life to experience heaven on earth. One of these days I will. I've been to Udaipur. I've been to Delhi. I've been to Agra. I've been to Varanasi. I've been up around Rajasthan, that area.
See what I mean about him traveling? See, you didn't believe me.
Jaipur. Man, I think India is an amazing, amazing country. I'd love to spend like about a year just roaming around India. I think you have such an amazing country, and Indian food is my favorite food, planet Earth, hands down.
Hey, D, Rocking
Hands
C.
down.
Homestead wants to know if this stream's going to be up for later, or is it going to be unlisted?
I I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
But if it is unlisted, the notification that you got.
Yeah, you can access it through your email.
Right. If you're subscribed, it means you got an email with a notification. Look in your spam filter if you don't see it, and you can click that link. So if this is unlisted, that's always going to be accessible through that link. A Costume CEO says Varanasi has the most beautiful brocades in the world. Varanasi is, man, that was quite an interesting experience. Zach Talks Tech says, I've made some small tweaks as per Dare. Okay, Zach, I'm going to pull you up here in just a moment. Yeah, at Deep, man. I'll be back in India sooner or later, maybe next year sometime. India and Nepal, both of those places, man, I love them so much, and I can't wait to get back. Alrighty here. Hold on.
Hey, man, I want to say I love the color scheme that you are rolling with for your thumbnails. So
who's that?
This is a really good example. I'm looking at Zach Talks Tech right now.
Okay, we're pulling him up right now.
Yeah, so this is a really good example. Like he's winning through style.
Yes. Look at that. Whoa, man, look at these.
So like what a lot of people think is they think that, you know, that branding your thumbnails has to be like a little thing on it, or it's just the fonts that you use or whatever. But the way that like if you look at his through the colors that are being used here, like that is communicating with me in a way to where if I saw this anywhere, I would be able to identify his thumbnail as his thumbnail just by the colors that are being used in these recent thumbnails.
Okay, so Zach says
I love these.
That the header is being worked on. I'm sure Paul is actually making a banner to actually match these thumbs, and I can't wait to see it.
Oh, it's going to be on fire.
It's going to be on fire, dude.
If he can match what's going on in the thumbnails, yeah, that's going to be incredible.
Yeah, I want everyone to look at these thumbs right here. Now, I know this isn't easy to make. If you don't have a design background, if you're not handy with some of these apps or Photoshop, this is really hard to do. But this is something that you want to strive for in terms. Look, I mean, look at the color. This is a color explosion.
Yeah, and it's all the same colors.
Right. He has his look. First of all, he has his logo icon on the bottom left-hand corner. Every single one of them, he creates that pattern. He's got the border around the thing, except for that top one. They all had the same border, that pink going into the baby blue. So you're creating that pattern. As people find his thumbnails later on, they're going to know, oh, I've seen one of his videos. Here's another one of his videos. This is definitely that same dude that I liked before, because maybe they forgot to subscribe, right? Most people come to your channel, they look at your content, they don't subscribe, they disappear. Well, you're going to remember this dude's thumbnails. Is that you're going to say, oh, I remember seeing Zach's thumbnails.
Hey, Zach, man, I would also have him experiment with, and I would just run the tests on these, but I'd have him experiment with, and this is just fine tuning here, but like in the Apple iPhone XR is beautiful video, the unboxing and give, I'm not sure what the rest of that title is, but in that thumbnail, like you have the red X and the red boxing on there.
Which one? Which one you looking at?
If you scroll down, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the fifth one down. On my phone, looking at this, that specific color of red, it's just kind of muddy with the black border around it, and it makes that particular area difficult to read. Just that X and the boxing itself, because it's just too close to the black. So I would experiment with changing that up in terms of just making that a little bit easier to read. Another thing that I would do, just to see how it looked, I would also run the test in TubeBuddy. Is I would look. You see how you have, like, I'm just pointing to it on my phone, like anybody can see what I'm talking about. But right now you have to where you say like iPhone XR unboxing and give back, and you have the white text with a white stroke around the entire text group right there. I would try making that like a really dark gray, or maybe even a black, or I would just try a few different color variations until you can get that text to really pop off of there, because what you're doing with that is you're kind of losing the pop that text could have because of that white border. Like if you look down at the thumbnail below it where you see match, and the color of match is really screaming off of there, but you kind of lose the it's a with that white stroke that's around it. I would definitely experiment with the stroke that's around it, and go dark on it, so that if you're going to use the white text, that the white text really pops off of there.
All right, I'm gonna nitpick here even more. Love the colors. Love how things are organized. I love everything you're doing with the images. Have Paul find a fatter font for you and add a little bit thicker border and a secondary white border around it. Because just like he said, some of your text is getting lost.
Yeah.
Now, he might be able to correct this with a color. Like he might be able to find the right color and keep the font that you have. But everything,
like the match down there, the match screams. Like the one underneath that one definitely screams, but that Itza is just lost.
It does scream, but I think it could scream more. I think if he just used, or maybe the same font that you have, but maybe he just makes it bold. Just makes it adds more bold to it, thickens it up a little bit, makes it a little bit beefier. Like that's really all it needs. Just beef up the font a little bit. But other than that, dude, I think these are just on fire.
Yeah, I do too.
And truth be told, and I mean like your thumbnails are so colorful that your text kind of takes a back seat anyway. To me, like I see the color, and I'd probably just go and read your title because okay, I got to see what this whole thing is about. But if this were mine, I would thicken up these fonts a little bit and then choose some colors in there to make them pop off. I mean, it's going to be tough because you've got such a colorful background going on. He's gonna have to find some colors that actually stand off of those colors even more.
Yeah, and when he's doing that outer stroke on there, he's going to, or that outer border, they're gonna have to mess with that because if they make the wrong choice there, it's gonna like detract from your thumbnail instead of complementing what's going on there. So like if they go black, for example, for that stroke, that might actually end up looking bad. Like it might help the text pop on it, but it might end up kind of taken away from what's going on as for the overall design of it.
Right.
But I would definitely just have them do a bunch of different variations of that so that you can pick and choose which ones that you want to test on that one.
Right. Now, he wants us to go back and look at his old thumbnails because they're hilariously bad.
Oh, yeah, night and day. I've already scrolled down.
All right, now this
look at the difference. Yeah, show them the difference.
This is a perfect example. And I'm not even going to keep scrolling back. This is 10 months ago. And I know, okay, some of these are here, but like, look, 1 year ago.
Apps that rule. See ya.
That's Fantastic Joe.
He's got a new it's Fantastic
channel.
Joe.
Okay. So look at this. Tap Lock 1. I can't even read what that says. This is 1 year ago. And look at this, how he evolves. Right? These are 1 year ago. These aren't bad. These are actually good starting thumbnails. You're just starting out. This is good. But these are getting a little bit better. Right? You're progressing a little bit here. You're getting your vibe together. And then look at this. You're just sliding into awesomeness. Like this is your thing right here. That's your jam right there.
Yeah, it looks so cool.
Yeah.
I'd be interesting. I would be interested to test, like, if you have like a video that's getting a consistent amount of traffic, something that's not like just off the charts, like as like a primary traffic driver, but something that's kind of like, in the middle of the road for you that's just getting consistent daily traffic. I would love just to see the result of an A/B test between one of these like outrageous thumbnails in terms of the color versus one of, the old way that you used to do it. I'd love to see the difference.
Yeah.
Love to see the difference there.
Arizona Timeless Tourist, nice for you to come through. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, yeah, dude, these thumbnails, man. Like, I can't wait for your header to be in place there. And I know you're grinding, dude. I'm like, big things are coming from your channel, dude. Like, you're just grinding it out. Look at this. Update 1 day ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, 6 days ago.
Making it happen, man. That's what it takes.
Right?
That's what it takes.
He went to Vid Summit, came back fired up. Just like... totally fired up, man. I absolutely love that.
Kay, Organized Soprano, what's up? Nice to see you in here.
Nice for you to stop by. We're just about to call it a night here. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? I think that's the last one. I think I got to everyone who dropped a super chat to get their channel pulled up. Josephine, you like those colors a lot, right? They look amazing.
Yeah, it looks great.
That's right. Finn Dominator, have a good one if you're stepping out. Man, yeah, I'm just looking at these right here, like off screen.
Hey, can I answer a question here real quick?
Yeah, man, jump on it.
Okay, Scientific Alan says, hey, D, what should be the planning before a collab? So before you do a collaboration, one, you want to figure out exactly what it is that you're going to be collabing about, like figure out what it is that you're going to be talking about. Two, you want to figure out, like, if you are going to do an in-person collaboration, that's going to be easy. But if you're going to do a virtual collaboration, you got to figure out which file sharing service you're going to use or which cloud service you're going to use because you're going to need to transfer very large files. You also want to figure out your release date. Collaborations typically work best when people release the videos at the same time and they refer the one audience over to the other channel. So like as an example, like if Dee and I were to do a collaboration video right now and I was just like, you know, hey, go check out his channel, yeah, people would go over there and check out his channel. But if I said, hey, you know, we did another video, or we did the second part of this video, we're going to show you 5 more ways to do whatever over on his channel, make sure you go check out that video. Collaborations like that typically turn out better in terms of the audience transfer than just a general you know, releasing the video whenever you want type of collaboration.
Right.
So those are the things that I would definitely figure out first.
Yeah, and I know, Alan, we've talked about it before. I have paused any collaboration where, like, I had some collabs lined up where I was going to, you know, we were going to share the videos back and forth.
Chef Jelly.
Where I put a pause on those right now, and I'm just focusing on the collabs where I'm actually sitting down with people. Because I shot some at Vid Summit. I still got a couple, I think, from VidCon that I got to put up. But in terms of like stuff where we're sending files back and forth, I've paused that for the time being. Okay, I'm gonna pull up.
Hey, Riley got next. I got a quick suggestion here. I'm looking at Riley got next. I'm looking at his channel. So Riley got next. The very first thing that I'd recommend, the very first place to start with you is
put a camera on you.
I would recommend. Oh, it's okay. I would recommend in your channel art letting people know what it is that you do on your channel. Because right now you just have Riley real big with a couple of cartoons. I would just make it, you know, specific of what people are doing on your channel. But I would start with that.
I should be mouthing as you talk.
I know, just moving your mouth so people just think it's off sync.
Like like, hey, your thing's off sync. Like,
right.
Go all kung fu on them. Right.
Oh, it's good.
So here's Launchpad Astronomy. We're gonna pull him up with Christian Reddy. Love the header. We've already talked about. We love everything that's going on with this channel.
It's 12:30 D. I'm gonna head out.
Okay.
So everybody in the chat, have a wonderful rest of your evening. It's been awesome, D, coming over, hanging out in the live chat here.
I'm gonna call it a wrap. Hang out.
Oh, okay, yeah,
hang out. Just hang out for a couple minutes.
Okay, yep, got it.
Call it a wrap here.
Okay.
Launchpad Astronomy is up here. Love the header. Boom, nailed it. Everything fits. Thumbnails, you got your look together. See, it's the same font. He's got the same font on every thumbnail, and the vibe is the same. As you scroll through these are clearly his, except for that one. I don't know what happened to that one. This is clearly his. No, some of these. Okay, these newer ones, they've got the look, and they've definitely evolved. Some of these from the older ones aren't the same, but
and they look spacey.
They look spacey, right? I really like these new ones here. Like these right up here. Those are my favorite.
And that gradient is such a nice touch.
Yes. Yes. This is so clean. Okay, yeah. So that's you, man. I don't have anything to say. Like, you're nailing it. Like,
so you're back in business right there. It's getting covered up by the timestamp, just as a heads up. Not a deal breaker, because it's, you know, you're also you know, you're making it clear what's going on in your title, and your title isn't truncated.
Right.
But just as a heads up that is getting cut off there.
Yep. Yeah, I dig that one. This guy's just an identifying mark in the bottom left. Everything looks spacey. Like you see the thumbs, you know what it's about. Same font, easy to read. I don't have to guess what anything is. That's what I love about it.
And with that gradient that you're putting on your on some of your thumbs, also, I think that would be cool in your channel art also. Like on the text in your channel art, it's just that slight gradient. I think that's a really cool touch for this type of design.
All right, I'm going to jump to the chat and answer some questions here. I see Jesse St. Louis says, D, have you done any other treks in Nepal? I've just done Everest Base Camp. I want to do Annapurna. I'm like going crazy to go to Annapurna, but I had such a good time going to EBC that I want to do it again. I want to get him. I want to get him to go over. Have you been? I'm guessing you've been. I know you've been in Nepal. I saw that you went parasailing there. Did you do any? Which treks did you do there? Let me know, man. By the way, dude, I'm always looking for people to trek with and stuff. So if you're going back to Nepal or something like that, shoot me an email. If I can work it out with the schedule and stuff, I'd love to go. Besides my girlfriend, I don't have a trekking buddy. My girlfriend, she went to EBC with me, and we got up to, what was it? I don't know if you've been up there or not, but we got to, I think it was La Boche or something like that. And she was like, I'm never doing this again. It was like freezing, you know, it was like hard to breathe and everything. And she's like, I'm never doing this again. But she probably will. She's a trooper. Okay, Flash in Your Pan says, what's a good Android phone for creators? Send me an email and let me know what your budget is, and I can give you some ideas, because Androids, man, they run the gamut in terms of like what they can do, and it's based on your budget. And I think you're in the U.S. I know Huawei makes some really good phones. So does Xiaomi. They've got the Chinese companies, but they make some good phones. Some of them are not available in the U.S. I've got a Samsung. I've got a couple Samsungs. He's had one. I'm not like a big fan of Samsung phones, but I do like Huawei and I do like Xiaomi phones. I prefer Huawei, actually. But if you want to send me an email with your budget, I can give you some help on that. All right, let me jump in here. Lily Tree says, great stream. D in the voice of Nick. The voice of Nick. Cat They Fit, how's it going? I didn't see you sneak in here. Are you doing the members live today? No, we are not doing the members live today. Are we going to do that on Tuesday? Possibly?
Yes. Yeah, it'll be on Tuesday.
Okay, we're probably going to do that on Tuesday.
Yeah, I'll be posting tomorrow once we have the official confirmation. I'll be posting that. But yeah, it's looking like Tuesday.
Zach says, dude, I am still fired up. Man,
Yeah,
that's what
me
I'm
too.
talking about, dude. Like everybody comes back. Like that, like Vid Summit, man, is like just like a recharge your batteries.
Yeah, it really is.
It was like
And
start
it's-
the car and then like recharge the battery.
It really is, and
You
you know,
know what I mean?
the cool thing too is like everybody gets into their grind, and they're doing their stuff, and you kind of like you just get kind of stuck in that. But like when you go and you get a chance to talk to like all these people and like hear all the cool stuff that they're doing, and people are like giving you all these ideas and all that, you come back with like all this stuff, and you're like, oh my gosh, I have all this stuff that I can work on, and it's just so exciting.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah, it really is.
And by the way, Alan, if you're still in here, I forgot to mention, Alan, that's just what I'm doing for my channel in terms of collabs. I've paused the stuff where we're not face to face. I'm focused on actually sitting down with people. If you want something for your channel, I'm happy to shoot you some videos for that. I'm just talking about what I'm putting on my channel right now. All Things Nell says, how do you get that gradient? She's talking to Zach. I don't know if you're talking about the border or not. I did that in Photoshop. If you're talking about
I think she might be talking to
Zach. Zach about the gradient.
Oh, I thought it was Launchpad Astronomy about the gradient on his.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, so the gradient on Launchpad Astronomy, I could be wrong though, D. I'm not sure, but the gradient on Launchpad Astronomy, that's just a thing that you can do inside of Photoshop. There's just like a gradient option, and you can just add the gradient in Photoshop.
Man, we had a nice turnout. 2.5 hours. Wasn't expecting this.
Yeah.
Again, I want to thank the fine folks at TubeBuddy for sponsoring this stream. If you guys do not have TubeBuddy yet, link in the description below. If you are a YouTuber, you need TubeBuddy. It helps you with your keywords. It helps you with your topic planning. It is kind of like everybody. Look, if you're a YouTuber, seriously, you need TubeBuddy.
I was so impressed. I was so impressed by TubeBuddy when I first installed it and started using it. I reached out to them like right away, and I was like, hey, just want to let you guys know this is awesome, absolutely incredible. It's because all the time it saves too.
Right. Hold on here. Yeah, I mean, if you don't have it, just to give you an idea of, as soon as you open it up, this is what it looks like. It keeps track of all of your videos here, and it keeps a running total of your view count, your comments, thumbs up, thumbs down. And you see, I haven't opened this up in a while, so it's scrolling through and showing you. It's showing me like updates on each video that I have. Crypto Cruising, man, have a good one. Sweet dreams. Thank for the star picture. I cannot unsee that. And I'm thinking about how I can like one up you.
I think there's only one way to one up him.
Yeah, I think we're gonna cut. I think we're gonna cut a hole in the star. But yeah, this is a fantastic app. If you don't have it, link in the description below. You definitely need this, and it's available on both Android and iOS
and desktop. And desktop.
Yeah, if you got a desktop, you got to have this as a browser plugin.
Yeah, it's a jackpot on a desktop.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, thank you everybody for hanging out. Thanks, Nick, for the surprise visit. Did not expect that. You guys hung out for 2 minutes and 35 seconds, or 2 minutes and 35 minutes.
2 hours.
2 hours. I'm tired.
Oh, I love
it. Took me twice. I'm tired. It's like 12:30 a.m. I was up really early. I actually sent you a message at like 6 a.m. I think, or it was like 4 a.m.
I don't even know.
Check it right now. Tell me what time it was. That message that I sent you.
Was it online?
Yeah, it's online. Check it. Josephine says, "Wow."
Let's see here. I know I've got one at like 6 p.m.
No. The one where I was talking about the video.
Hey,
you were sleeping.
You sent an email. Oh, yeah, that was at 3:55. No. That was my reply. Let me go here. That was tell me where it was at. Yeah, 7 in the morning. 6:41.
6:41. I was up. sending messages to him. So I've been up for a while. At Deep, you accidentally got muted by Costume CO. That was a mistake. Sorry about that, brother. El Jefe, thanks for swinging by, man. Paloma sends her love. Dude, it was such an awesome experience meeting and hanging out with you, man. Josephine DeSmet, time really passes fast. All Things Nell, thanks for coming by. Flash in your pan, thank you so much. Costume CO, Heidi, thank you. JC Smith, YouTurb Moments by D. Listen, my life is just like hashtag YouTurb. Like, if you could just follow me, or if I do like in real life streaming, it's just like one YouTurb after another YouTurb after another YouTurb. Super Fernio TV. Look, man, thanks everybody for hanging out. Moderators, thank you so much for slaying, for holding it down. The gatekeepers of the Nimminati, you are much appreciated. Love everything you guys do. Thank you so much for support. And
thank you guys so much.
Guys, have a great night. Have a great, just Sunday day, I guess, in the U.S., right?
Yeah. Yeah, they're just getting started.
Yeah. So I'll be back next Saturday on Nimmin Live with Nick, and then I'll be back Sunday again on this. And again, thanks for watching. Moderators, thank you. Thanks to TubeBuddy for sponsoring this. Again, links in the description below. See you next time.